Yo, what's good? Let's get in tune with it, man. We live. Live in the making. Let's go, y'all. We finna get into some Drewski. Let's get it, man.
Mom, I miss my dad. I miss the road. I miss my band. Giving hugs and shaking hands. It's a mystery, I suppose, just how long this thing goes. And there be crowds and there be shows. There will be light after dark. Someday when we are 6 feet apart. On the troops.
Hey yo, Drewski done brought back the proud
This nigga Drewski stupid as hell, man. I swear to God, bro.
American cowboy character for 4th of July, and now the internet got a whole new debate.
Here's the love, here's the honor. If you can't come in her, come on her. Yeah!
Oh, hell no. Folks screaming whiteface, Logan Paul jumped in.
Drewski did whiteface.
And somehow Chris Rock is in the middle of this too.
Good job, Anna. Perfect. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, you lost, boy?
No, I'm going to the race.
What race?
NASCAR race.
You going to NASCAR?
Yes, sir. A little bit.
You ain't lost, is you?
No, I'm good. I'm going to the race, sir.
Sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Find something safe to do, boy.
Hell no, boy.
So if you've been offline, Drewski pulled up to NASCAR dressed up like his over-the-top patriot redneck character. Mullet, overalls, fake country accent.
Hey, Big Mom. How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby?
American flag tattoo, cowboy hat,
Well, look at his
whole
back.
package. He was running around asking wild questions, talking to fans, and doing what Drewski always does, playing an exaggerated character.
Here's the love, here's the honor. If you can't come in her, come on her. Yeah!
And yeah, some fans immediately say, yo, this looked like Chud the Builder.
Hell yeah.
That's because both got the mullet, beard, overalls, and country aesthetic, but Drewski fans were quick to point out this ain't a new character, and that actually, Drewski been doing white characters for years.
Look how you looking, man.
This proud American dude, trailer park skits, country interviews. This is literally part of his whole comedy catalog. Bro plays everybody.
This nigga Drewski needs to stop, man.
Even Chris Rock leaned into the joke when Drewski showed up looking like this around BET Awards season. This is how committed Drewski is to the bit.
Do you plan on attending this year's BET Awards?
BT. What was that, some type of gathering y'all doing at Baptist church or something?
You know, we honor black culture. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I mean, what was that? He probably got the Obamas there or something, don't it?
Are you familiar with Shabuzi?
Who's Shabuzi? What? He a NASCAR driver?
What do you think of this man?
Is it the weekend? I'm not sure who that is either. I grew up in the 80s, man.
Do you know who this is?
He and Sinners or what, the Black Wakanda thing?
Yeah, that's Michael B. Jordan.
That's
Michael? That's Michael right there?
That's Michael.
Yep, I figured that, man. He played a hell of a superhero, man. My daughter loved him. That Michael Jordan dude, he's good.
Do you find Drewski attractive?
Absolutely. Hot.
Hot?
Yes.
Cheat on your husband hot?
Yes.
My name is Chris Rock, Dad.
The only Rock I knew is Kid Rock. We produced our own halftime show this year with Kid Rock.
With Kid Rock?
Yep.
Is there anybody we'd have to bring to get you there, Dad?
Y'all got Nelly Furtado coming?
Nelly Furtado?
God bless this country and bring home the troops! Bring them home, baby! Woo! Get back to the right!
But then Logan Paul asked the question everybody was thinking.
Drewski did whiteface. It's funny, but it seems like people are saying if a white person did blackface, that it wouldn't be okay.
Only one way to test it out.
Robert Downey Jr. did it. Yo, that's crazy.
I don't believe you people.
What do you mean, you people?
If a white comedian did blackface,
Damn.
You people.
He
everybody
did that shit. I didn't even see. Damn, I didn't even know he did that shit.
they would lose their minds. So why is this okay? Now, here's where the conversation gets deeper. A lot of people online say that the situations aren't viewed the same because blackface has a long history of mocking black people during segregation and minstrel shows.
I come from the south, from way down south.
That history is tied to real discrimination and racism, which is why many people see it differently today.
What are you niggers doing over there? We gotta get out of here. Hey, what are you doing?
And cuts! Fantastic!
I need more American slave, okay?
Like struggle.
Yeah, the struggle.
Sort of like the dialogue, like the back and forth banner.
Absolutely, yes.
The other side,
nigga's
supporters of
just-
Drewski argue he's not mocking white people as a race. They say he's exaggerating a stereotype, the same way he's played pastors, rappers, slaves, athletes, fake CEOs. I mean, the list goes on. Basically everybody.
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers.
And that's really Drewski's whole brand. One day he's a fake rapper.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country.
Next day, he's an OG. Then he's a record executive.
How you doing, my man? Let's see what you got, bro.
Look, I said my mama died, young. I was on it for everything.
Yeah, let's get him out of here. Too sad. Too sad, man. Don't got time for sad stories.
What's up?
Blue hair, I'm a blood. Get out of here.
Bro, I'm pushing positivity, bro.
Pushing positivity. I don't like that. I'm a negative. Negativity. Next. Bring him up. Look too much like me. Get him out of here. Trying to be black. Get him out of here.
Damn.
Baby, tonight.
Too frivolous. Get him out of here.
What's frivolous mean? Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What's up with it, Drew?
How old you is, Auntie? I can tell.
Don't do that.
Nah, I just want to know the age.
All right, 45. I got it.
Yeah.
You ain't heard me rap.
If you throwing it out there, Auntie, I'll All right, yeah. I smell something. Go ahead.
Nah, you got me.
I smell something.
But now he's a NASCAR cowboy.
So at Michael Rubin's white party, both Tobey Maguire and Ice Spice were seen kissing through some blinds. Now Toby...
My fault, y'all. Hey, we finna get into some Spider-Man real quick. Let's dive into it. Let's see the, you know what I'm saying, the story.
pretty quickly caught on to the fact that his picture was being taken. I guess his spidey senses were tingling.
No!
Spider-Man is shooting his webs in Ice Spice?
Damn, Ice Spice the new Mary Jane now? Oh, shit.
Shout out to D-Green with this, man. Hey.
Bro, in 2026, I do not know what's going on in this Matrix anymore, bro. The last time we covered Ice Spice, she was giving some random girl the beats inside of a McDonald's. Bro, I just knew for sure that was gonna be the craziest Ice Spice news I've seen all year. But no.
She went with the superheroes.
Why is Tobey Maguire kissing on Ice Spice? Spider-Man is a Man, now I always knew Tobey Maguire was the real Spider-Man, bro.
Bro.
Even before I seen him tonguing down Ice Spice. I been said
That's
he
the
was
real
better
Spider-Man.
than Tom Holland, the Garfield dude. I been said Tobey Maguire.
Hey, by the way, man, that's the best Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire, he the best one, man, hands down.
Is the real Spider-Man. And this officially confirms it, bro.
Give it to me.
Nigga, Tom Holland really thinks he's him. Yeah, you got Zendaya, but Tobey Maguire has Ice Spice.
Brought to you by the man D Green. Why am I not selling my dog D Green? Shout out to D Green, eh?
Thank you.
Now, apparently, they were kissing at Michael Rubin's all-white party.
Oh, no.
Now, to let y'all know, that's literally the equivalent of a Diddy party. If your third eye is open, you know exactly what goes on at these Michael Rubin white parties every year. So, to be honest, Spider-Man and Ice Spice were probably on some undisclosed drugs. They were probably drunk too. I mean, let's be honest. They're not dating. They're not in a relationship or anything. They were just hooking up, bro.
Give it to me.
This is what goes on at these all-white parties, bro. Like, now that I think about it, seeing that this happened at Michael Rubin's all-white party, I'm not that surprised, bro. Like I said, it's just a Diddy party.
James.
Like, trust me, bro.
Oh, yeah, got Brian over there. All these niggas. Yeah.
Some way crazier shit happened at this party, but the cameras were off. Y'all notice from these pictures, it was somebody being messy. Like, they snapped this picture from hella far away. Like, these photos were never supposed to reach the public. We know these Diddy parties. Of course, they take photo shoots and they post some stuff on the internet, but usually stuff like this is kept in private. And honestly, whoever took this picture is probably gonna get put through some humiliation for breaking the Diddy party rules. You're not supposed to record any type of freak activity. We were never supposed to see this picture. And just to let y'all know that this was really Ice Spice and not just some other girl in an orange wig, yes, this is really Ice Spice at this all-white party. She was really getting her cheeks cracked by Spider-Man.
Give it to me.
The GOAT Spider-Man debate is over. Now, to be honest, I was already familiar with Tobey Maguire's game. This nigga literally just turned 51 years old last week. And not too long ago, he was dating a 20-year-old. Weirdo.
Oh,
yeah, bro, he's been shooting his webs inside of everybody, bro. Remind you, this 20-year-old girl wasn't even born when he was playing Spider-Man, bro.
Shit.
That's a little creepy, I'm not gonna lie. But Ice Spice is around the same age, bro. Ice Spice ain't much older than this girl. Ice Spice is what, 26 years old? Bro, Spider-Man is basically...
Hey, nah, he the black Spider-Man. Do your homework on the black Spider-Man, bro.
Twice her age. Nah, Spider-Man is a real demon, bro. I don't want to ever hear y'all say Tom Holland is better than Tobey Maguire, bro. Bro, respectfully, I didn't know Spider-Man could handle all that ass. Mama! Bro, I ain't never seen any of the Spider-Mans handle this much ass before. I mean, shout out to Zendaya, she's beautiful, but her player build doesn't compare to Ice Spice. Nah, Tobey Maguire actually must be stopped, bro. There's something about this nigga we don't know about, bro. Like I said, you're over 50 years old. You're at these all-white Diddy parties, making out with Ice Spice, like why?
What does a 26-year-old woman and a 50-year-old man have in common? Ice Spice and Tobey Maguire were just spotted at Mike Rubin's 4th of July party ahead of America's 250th birthday, and they were kissing in the paparazzi photos. They were making out, 26 and 50. It's weird, but it doesn't surprise me because Tobey is friends with the OG dating under 25-year-olds, Leo. He and his buddy Leo, they love the under 25-year-olds. It's gross. It's weird. It would never not be weird. That's why I'm kind of leaning towards this is PR. This is promo. Why would Tobey need promo? So is this promo for Ice Spice? Ice Spice, you fell off so bad you need to date a 50-year-old to gain attention. There's so many young men out here you could have dated if you needed clout for a single or something. It's just weird. Toby, you're weird. Leo, you're weird. 50 and under 25s, this affliction y'all both suffer from, when you guys die, please make sure you're donating your brain to science so they can study them to the fullest capacity.
And he's probably gonna go right.
I mean, I'm saying though, they got the juice. You know what I'm saying? They still active, bro.
Back to his 20-year-old girlfriend.
Wait a minute.
But I get it. This nigga Tobey Maguire obviously has like a red hair fetish.
Oh my God.
Y'all remember Mary Jane had that same orange red hair? Oh yeah, bro. My third eye is open. This nigga Toby has a redhead fetish. It all makes sense now. Like my third eye is open, bro. Why do y'all think these celebrities be hype every year to go to this all-white party? Because they get to do freaky shit like this. They get to cheat on their wives, husbands. Like, all the celebrities are in one place, bro. Like I said, this was never supposed to be captured on camera. This is just a glimpse of what goes on at these Diddy parties, bro. I'm telling y'all, multiple people get drugged. Honestly, Ice Spice probably doesn't even remember this. She was probably lit out of her mind. Cause I mean, let's be realistic. What would Spider-Man and Ice Spice even talk about, bro?
I'm not gonna lie. I think they're just talking and it's just a bad angle. It's gotta be.
Sure.
Cause this looks crazy. I think it's a bad angle. Look at his hand. Brother, that's the fucking arm grab. Nah, she up in his face. Hey, man, good for you, Spider-Man. Good for you, man.
So they probably talk about some business or some shit. Who knows, chat? You know, I'm just saying.
For you. Ice Spice would have never seen this coming in a million fucking years.
Once you sell your soul and get invited to Michael Rubin's all-white party, anything can happen.
You my Mary Jane, got me feeling like I'm Toby.
Yeah, that nigga, know what I'm saying, Tobey Maguire ass. Yeah, he got the juice. He know what he doing.
You want to support me?
All right, y'all. We finna get into some Lil Durk real quick. More updates. Let's dive deep.
Go to Nene Marie 37 on IG and purchase a signed copy of. I want to appreciate all the support. Thanks for everyone. Wrenches. Remember, if it goes, bag it up, take it outside, and now you're home. So make sure you get back. Let's say the kids, say you're your local police department. So make sure you're aware of your surroundings and know all right, y'all. We talking about Lil Durk and the Banks Enterprise. We got new paperwork, man. Feds are about to release the witnesses. Make sure y'all smash that like button so this video get around. If you got Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, Facebook, market AJ, he hooked it up. Smash that hype button and that like button. I will be going live for an hour or two tonight. All right, y'all. So Lil Durk and the Banks Enterprise, they finna get what they've been asking for and looking for. They finna get a copy of all the witnesses that testified. They gonna get it to their lawyer, and then the lawyer gonna put it on the disc. And then it'll still be blanked out for them, but they will know by them being there, they will know everybody who telling on them. They already know who telling on them. But Durk them, they try to put in the severance. Everybody trying to study severance, man. Hey, look, when you first get in jail and all that, and you find out all your charges and all your co-defendants and everything, and you hear them saying that, oh, he shot a gun, but you know you ain't shot a gun. That's the time to severance, man. It's not time to severance and at the end of the trial. Only thing that people complain about with the feds is that they superseding. Hey, look, they could supersede as many times as they want to. They could supersede them one by one, all the OTF members until they get all 50 of them. You hear me? Like, they could do it. They doing things their way. Now, as far as them stacking the evidence against Durk, that ain't no sign of weakness. I don't see how people see that as weakness. If you stacking up all the evidence against a person, right? That means if they could slide out of this, they might not be able to slide out of this. And if they slide out of that, they gonna get stuck on this. So if say Durk go to court and he beat all 49 charges, but it's 51 charges. That's the reason why they stacked. It ain't that they ain't got no evidence, because clearly they got a lot of evidence.
Hold on, this nigga gotta beat all 51 charges. God damn, nigga, that nigga cook.
They got people, and I ain't never seen no trial like this,
Nigga
where the
cook.
people that was involved, they missing. That's when you know it's a scary sight. And I ain't talking about Fredo, because these guys participated. It ain't like Vonnie didn't buy mass guns and all that. It ain't like number 2, which is Jam, that he didn't shoot a gun and potentially killed Lil Pop. You hear me? And he out. The person, all the people who booked the flights, they supposed to be in jail right now, but they out. So, what that's telling me is the feds had already made a deal with all those guys. They done made a deal, and you know, most of them gonna be jerk deals, what we call jerk deals. What I mean by a jerk deal is you might as well should have just rolled with Lil Durk all the way to trial. Because if you already 30 going on 40 and they give you 35 years at 85%, you might as well should have just went all the way. That's what I mean when I say a jerk deal. But the feds have agreed to release the information of the witnesses to the lawyers now. You know, they already signed the ex parte back then about a year ago, stating, you know, the rules of what you can't do. You can't let your person see it and all that. So we already understand, you know, the rules of them releasing the people name. The person will not see the names. He would just see blank, 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 brought guns, and he was with Banks. Now Durk could fill in. He filling in the blanks, you know. But it's going to be real hard fighting this for any lawyer. Any lawyer fighting this case is going to be real hard. Because first of all, you fighting against all these witnesses who's pointing at Lil Durk saying he did it. Not only that, they got text messages. They got threads that these people done gave up with Lil Durk in it. Not only that, the cell phone that Lil Durk and them was on, that the whole OTF was on, the burner phones that was being used for killings and then swapped out and given more. Guess who had those? OTF Vonnie. OTF Vonnie was the burner man. He was getting the phones, the burners in his name at Verizon Wireless, man. So he got all the evidence that's showing. And then they said once Durk got done with the burner phone, after Lil Pab got killed, Vonnie went to go and get some more phones and then gave him a number. And then the feds put the last digits of the number on there. You know, it's going to be hard for Drew now, man. It's going to be real hard, bro. And then when you say that, like Drew said, there's no deal, it's nothing but life. There's no plea deal. So you ain't Durk really ain't got no choice but to go all the way until he get in there, and then he either come back on the appeal, and if it's a appeal denied, he just start red manning like Gangsta Williams. He said that in his raps too. But yeah, I don't see Drew now. I don't see no lawyer. I think you could put the dream team with him, and Lil Durk still gonna be found guilty because the simple fact is all these guys, they ain't just normal citizens that just saying they seen you. You know, these are people who, if you had on a mask, they could say it was you because they was there with you. If somebody called and said, hey, we got Quando Rondo, the caller saying that he talked to Lil Durk and Vonnie, and then Vonnie saying, yeah, what's the name called us at this time, and then me and Durk jumped on the plane, man. It's going to be real hard for it, man. I could see Durk in the next 2 years, him, Pooh Shiesty, and a couple of more of them guys, man, who didn't take advantage of what God provided for them and their family, which is wealth and, you know, be able to move out the trenches and not die.
For real, though, like, they had everything, bro. Definitely Pooh Shiesty, like, he had another chance, and he fucked that up. You know what I'm saying? Durk had the biggest chance. Motherfucker millionaire, chat. For real. Crashed out because of one of the guys died. Man, I ain't gonna lie. My family here, they need me. Shit, he did. I can't. I gotta look out for my family, bro.
Chose to do dumb things, man. And that's what happened to the youth. If you want to use your money for the wrong things instead of using it for your family, you gonna go to jail just like these guys. You gonna go down in a RICO. The feds gonna come. I wouldn't even help my homies, man. I know that sound bad,
That's
but
what I'm saying.
like you gonna get them something, bro. Get them a gift card or something, bro. Cause
Something.
anything besides a gift card right now seem like a Rico, man. They even said if you putting money on the books of somebody who in jail, like fighting a federal case, and it's an ongoing investigation, and you transferring money for them and everything from cash out for them to eat. They said the feds could put you in a conspiracy, bro. Like,
crazy.
you know, conspiracy is deep, man. It is deep. And the last thing Lil Durk could have did that was wrong was rap about it. Was go on IG Live and chase Quando them. You know, was let the whole world know.
Yeah, that nigga Durk crashed out about this shit for sure.
That you was in war and beef with these guys. Now the feds are using everything against them. Using everything. And the way that the witnesses, yeah, of course they want to get out by saying it's Lil Durk. We all know that. But the simple fact is that they went around Lil Durk after the murders. That's what's gonna kill him, man. The feds have agreed. The feds. This is coming from the feds. This is not Drew Fenton and them saying it. This is the feds. They are putting out the witnesses that testified in the grand jury that's going to be going against Lil Durk, and that's going to make him or break him. Life, or he walk out the courtroom smiling like John Gotti. I just don't see it, man. The feds got all the resources. I think the feds is just, you know, draining them right now. You know, every time it's a motion that come out, every time it's a new superseding indictment, that's more money for the lawyers. I don't know if y'all aware of that, but that's more money. Like, ain't no about an hour when you fighting stuff like this, because paperwork always come out. That's why when y'all complain a lot, some of y'all complain, not some of y'all, but
shit, that means everybody getting rich off dirt as the lawyers and the feds. God damn.
Twos and frees. Oh man, Lil Durk is new paperwork. Lil Durk is fighting for his life. They putting in motion after motion after motion. If the government say something, they gonna put in a motion. If Lil Durk say something, or Diddy, the government gonna put in a motion. They gonna clap back, man. But yeah, I just thought I'd tell y'all that, man. I will be going live for an hour or two. Make sure y'all there. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And make sure you support me. Go over to Nene Marie and purchase a signed copy of my book. Other than that, man,
I swear that nigga Durk is over with. Try to tell y'all, chat. That nigga gonna be long gone up in there. For real.
Nobody.
Alright, man, we finna get into this story of this, you know what I'm saying, content creator, you know, in Missouri. We finna dive deep into the story, bro.
It's when the family feels, but my holiday.
Fuck. Damn. This hole right here? No, don't worry. Come on, man. They shot this little girl. They shot this little girl. What the fuck wrong with you, man?
He's called 911. He's called 911.
I killed this little girl.
Hey, yo, I'm done. Now wipe my hand. Fuck the ones, bro. Bro, get over here. I'm trying to make sure.
Sister. Family members say late Tuesday night, Martin stopped by this gas station in Ferguson to buy some slushies for her children. A friend who was with her says several men in a car pulled up to the business on South Florissant, started shooting at other guys, and sped off. The woman says she heard at least 10 gunshots, looked back, and saw Shaquila had been shot and killed.
Fam, it's July. You know, on July 11th, it's National Slushy Day, right? I remember personally, as a kid, going in with my mom and getting a free slushy. Probably wondering why I'm saying this right now, but in the last 24 hours, a mother was gunned down taking her kids to get a slushy from a local gas station. Can you imagine doing one of those experiences? You getting a slushy with your folks? That'd be the last time you see them? But that was the reality for 2 of her 5 kids at this local gas station. Seeing their mom on the ground, shot from a stray bullet from perpetrators who was already standing in front of the gas station. Now I managed to look at the live as it was posted online. You'll later check out an edited version, but it goes to show you more people more interested in pressing record than calling 911. Now I wanted to wait before I give you guys this story because I wanted to try to find out the motive, see if authorities make an arrest. Since then, the family of the victim had posted a GoFundMe, so I figured I put the GoFundMe in the bio talk about what led up to this situation, and it's more developed, I give you guys an update. So that's where we stand today for this video. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, today we're going to Ferguson, Missouri, which is considered a suburb of St. Louis. Ferguson is located in St. Louis County, Missouri, about 12 miles northwest of downtown St. Louis. The city has a population of around 18,000 residents. Ferguson was incorporated as a city in 1894. It became internationally known after the August 9, 2014 shooting of Michael Brown Jr., an unarmed 18-year-old black man by Ferguson police officer Darren Wilson. Brown's death sparked weeks of protests, civil unrest, and a national conversation about police use of force, racial bias, and police practices.
For that day, when you first found out, where were you?
I was at work. I had an incoming call, and I looked at my phone. It was my sister. She just said to me, "They shot Mike." Those are her only words to me when I clicked over and said hello. My heart dropped, my phone dropped. I saw an officer standing there. He's never seen me, I've never seen him. And I asked him, "Is that my son?" And he said, "Yeah." And I can't tell you anything that happened after that for probably 72 hours because I died for a second there. I just lost it. I couldn't believe it. Not my son, why? Why? And I still got those questions. Why?
They said I needed to make another PSA. Listen, if you ever wish payday came sooner, this might actually help. It's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful tools. And one of the main tools lets you 30 of 2026 at a BP gas station on South Florissant Road in Ferguson, Missouri. A man had decided to go live during the aftermath of an alleged shootout, claiming that the perpetrators who were standing in front of a gas station that we just named had let off rounds, assuming they saw an alleged enemy. But instead they struck two innocent bystanders, a young mom who we'll later identify, and a young man. The young man had, thank God, survived as of now, but the young mom was DOA on the scene, who was unfortunately in front of two of her 5 children.
No, hold his hands. Hey. Hello? Bro. Damn, bro. I don't know my nerves. Damn, we need to get from out there, bro. Tell them get in here. Hello? Is they answering for you? Oh my fucking God.
The ambulance. Yeah, he did.
Hey. Hey, B, you gotta get up and come in the store.
And then the fucked up part about it, like, they ain't even hit their target, though. They hitting innocent motherfuckers. That'd be the sad part about the shit, bro. For real.
Fuck. Damn.
Look at this shit. Man, that's crazy.
Don't worry. Come on, man.
That's crazy.
They shot this little girl. What the fuck wrong with you, man?
He's on 911. He's on 911.
I killed this little girl.
Hey, go out the gun. Now watch my hand. Fuck the ones, bro. Look, bro, get over here. I'm trying to make sure. Hey, how should let's make sure y'all watching me. Hey, I am.
Man, they should kill that lady right there, man. Damn. Don't move.
Hey, who is these boys?
Keep it walk, but don't move. Keep it walk.
And I bet you the niggas that did, they like, yeah, we got that shit, folks. We did that shit. Oh God, folks. Hey, we shot that shit up, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, I'm finna get some more water. Shot this motherfucker up. And this lady right here. And this lady right here. He just missed. They just shot this motherfucker up while he was in there. They killed him. I mean, shot him. And we need the fucking 911 ASAP.
yeah, they. Yo, key, the camera swaying this shit got me dizzy. Man. Go record, put the shit up. You know what I'm saying? They got the shit just hanging down on the. Hey, bro, whoever recording this shit crazy as hell. Like, record, bro. Like, why you got the phone, like, the camera all on the ground and shit? Like, you can't see shit. Looking at concrete.
Come and get these babies for me, please. These babies. Hey, come on, y'all, come on. I say, mama, bro, you can't do that, bro. I say, mama. What happened to her? Who? Some bitch ass niggas that was sitting out front of the store, dog. They was standing out front of the store when I walked in there, motherfucker.
That's sad as hell, man.
Here, you can put my shoes on, baby. Here. Hold my shoes. Go ahead. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, wash that glass. I can't stop doing that. Stay right here.
Now it seemed an argument broke out inside the gas station and spilled into the parking lot, resulting into gunfire. The victim was later identified as Shaquilla Martin, who was pronounced dead at the scene as we mentioned. May she rest in peace and love and condolences to her family. Speaking of family, this is what her family had to say during a recent interview with the local news.
Tonight, police are still looking for several suspects in connection with the gas station shooting that left her Ferguson mother dead in front of her children. Police say the victim was caught in the crossfire and not the intended target. The shooting happened at a gas station on South Florissant Road near McClure South Berkeley High School hours ago. The victim's family spoke exclusively to 5 on Your Side's Robert Townsend.
Tears streamed down Whitley Anderson's face.
It's breathtaking. It's absolutely shocking. It just shook me like an earthquake.
Her other relatives also cannot stop crying and trembling because their loved one, 35-year-old Shaquilla Martin, is suddenly gone.
She's just a sweet mom, a sweet daughter, a sweet sister.
Family members say late Tuesday night, Martin stopped by this gas station in Ferguson to buy some slushies for her children. A friend who was with her says several men in a car pulled up to the business on South Florissant, started shooting at other guys, and sped off. The woman says she heard at least 10 gunshots, looked back, and saw Shaquilla had been shot and killed. Her 4 children on the back seat of her car weren't physically hurt. Police say a male customer was also shot. Family members say Shaquilla Martin never even had a chance to get back into her car. They tell me she was shot in her head and died here at this gas station in front of her children.
And it was senseless. These kids have to live with this until they're old. And It'll never go away. It'll never leave our family.
Martin's 5 children are just 3, 4, 9, 11, and 15. The family says today she was looking forward to moving into a new home in Jennings with her kids.
And everybody was really excited about that. So what do we do now?
8-year-old Mia Garrison wishes she could see her aunt again.
I cried because I didn't get to say goodbye and I didn't know that she was gonna die.
She was just a light.
For her children and her huge family, missing Shaquila.
We just have to pray and ask God for strength every day. We have to pray for her kids, her mom, everybody.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
Ferguson Police Chief Troy Doyle extended his condolences to Martin's family. He's asking anyone with information about the shooting to call the Ferguson Police Department. You can also call Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous. That number, 866-371-TIPS.
Unfortunate situation. You're talking about a young mom who was gunned down tragically while trying to just give her children slushies. The bullets wasn't for her. Argument from inside spilled to the outside. And the unfortunate part is, of course, there will be camera footages, I'm assuming, at this gas station. They have yet to release it. Maybe it's part of the investigation. As more developed, I keep you guys updated. Want to say once again, rest in peace to the victim. Love and condolences to the family.
Yeah,
Fam, let me know how y'all feel about.
Yeah, rest in peace, though. That shit wild. That shit definitely crazy, though. Niggas don't even give a fuck that did it. They just like, shit, we got a body, folks. We just caught a body. Bro. They gonna tell the guys on the block, hey, folks, we just did that shit. Look on the news, folks. Check the news out. Goofy as hell, man. Bro.
No, a little raggedy.
All right, man. We finna get into your rage. Let's get into it, man.
Today, I didn't even think I was going live. I just last second was like, all right, let me just boot this shit up, bro.
Oh, it's been a week, chat.
I want to tell y'all the story. I ain't gonna give y'all every detail because certain shit just can't be spoken about. I got a question. It might be a dumb question.
Y'all seen Twitter and the TikToks and Instagram, right? Obviously, y'all seen what's been going on in the social media.
Unless you've been living under a fucking rock. On God, I know it sounds stupid. I did not think it was gonna get as big as it did. But let me give y'all the fucking rundown. I'm gonna try not to get mad while explaining this story though, because I'm gonna get tight. I'm gonna try not to get mad though. I was in Paris. Crazy week. We gonna talk about that. On the flight back home, all I'm thinking about is how I'm gonna do this rock out Leon, because he in my house running amok.
So I'm sitting on the plane like these. Testing camera out there. I'm like, you feel me? Having a blast. I'm ready to come home, stream, do Patreons and
for sure.
My accountant hit me up.
All right.
Hey Josh, I'm sorry to bother you, but is there any reason why you've been using your personal card over your business card lately? I'm putting money every time you go negative, but I don't know if you're using the wrong card on accident, but I just want to know, like, what is that? Off the rip, I'm like, huh? My personal card? Nigga, I don't use my personal card. Joshua is broke to the IRS. Your rage got bread. Joshua is a brokey. He's a broke boy. First thing I do, open up my Chase app, like, what the is she talking about? I'm scrolling. I don't even check that account. I don't use it. First thing I see is ATM withdrawals. Every day.
Damn, nigga.
For the last 2.5 months. I'm like, what the Mind you, I'm in Paris. And the withdrawals are happening. And the address of the withdrawals are right across the street from my fucking house. So I'm like, yo, somebody stole my card. Why would they be doing their crimes right next to me? Even the Walgreens they going to is across the street from the fucking house. What the fuck is going on? And why is it so much money? Like, god damn, it's a minimum $1,000 a day. Not including this being spent on random. So I'm like, who the I'm like, wait, no. The first thought that came to my head was Greg. Only because of the location where my is being spent. I know not to think Jordan. I know not to think my cousin. The first thought in my head was Greg. But I'm like, no, that's up. I can't think my dog would do that. It's not. There's an answer somewhere. It's not Greg. It's not my best friend.
Hey, no, but $100,000 every day though. Like, what the fuck you spending? What the fuck is you doing with that? Like, damn, every day, nigga.
It's not Greg. So immediately I felt like a shit. I'm like, nah, I can't think like that. It's not Greg. So I'm doing more research. I'm looking at the transactions. I'm like, fuck. All signs is leading to fucking Greg. At this point, I'm 99.9% sure it's Greg, but the 0.1% is telling me that is your brother. It is not him. So this is a 10-hour plane ride back from Paris. I'm sitting on God, as Cam, as Jose, the whole plane ride, I'm like this. No headphones. I'm just...
Yeah, blue.
Like, what am I gonna do if it is that? Like, what the fuck? It was the shortest plane ride of my life. It's like I sat down and got the fuck up and now I'm home. Mind you,
That's how
I'm
it
thinking
is,
about
bad.
Lee too, because Lee has been fucking my shit up. How I'm gonna do this? I'm like, okay, bet, whatever. This then commenced one of the worst days of my life today. Dead ass. I get home. The first thing that happens, I walk to my courtyard and my dogs are like bloody. Like breathing hard as I'm like, what the is happening? What the I just got, what the happened? At this point, I didn't know what happened. They're just bloody. I'm like, what the hell is going on, gang? What? Lee comes through the gate with his fucking streaming phone. I'm like, oh my God. There's bloody dying dogs panting hard as Lee has the camera out. I'm just having like my brain is just freaking out, gang. So I'm like, Lee, turn off the fucking stream. After he turns off the stream, I need to get med kits. I need med kits, shield potions, all types. I run to my room, unlock my room door. 95 degrees in this bitch, hot as fuck. I'm like, why the fuck is my room so hot? I run over to my lizard cage. My lizards are dead.
Damn.
At this point, on God, I'm just having a mental breakdown right now. Like, I'm just freaking. Plus, this Greg is in my head. I'm just like, yo, what the? I'm in a dream.
Damn, hold on. Like, this nigga all the way overseas somewhere. Come to find out his car, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, stealing from him. Then when he get to the crib, all type of shit going on. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I've been tweaking out, wigging out, all type of shit, bro.
This is a dream right now, man. I'm crashing. Diana, this is Diana, first time in Broward. She
I'm like, hell no.
Diana, I'm sorry. I know she's probably fucking terrified. I'm over here like panicking, like, what the f is going on? But Greg is still. I'm making sure my dogs are good. They're going to the hospital. Long story short, with the dogs, by the way, some had brought their dog to my fucking front gate to say hi to Creed or something. Creed wasn't out there, gang. It wasn't Creed. It was fucking Karma, Aegon, and who else was out there? Karma, Aegon, and Rouge. Bro, the dogs were their dog was barking through my dog through the front. Like they were having like a fight because they thought their dogs would be nice with my dogs or some shit. They're fighting through the fucking shit. And then one of my dogs, I guess, thought the other dog was trying to snipe at him. So a whole brawl happened, and they were just fighting to the fucking death. And I wasn't even there, my nigga. So that's how I just came up into this bloody ass situation. But whatever, that's whatever. Let's skip on to Greg. Mind you, while this brawl is happening, Greg is in the guest house. He does not step foot outside. He just laying down. I open his door. I'm like, get the fuck up.
Bro.
We're chilling. Give me your phone. Like, all right. I was praying. I'm like, let that 0.1 be right. Like, come on, bro. 0.1. I was not 9.9%. Sure, that was him. Let that 0.1% be not him, gang. Let me be wrong. Please let me be wrong.
Shit.
I was not wrong. Obviously. Then that video happened. Chat. I'm not gonna lie. If you knew, I was already mad before. Like, as y'all could see from that video, I was broken. I was tight. On God, it felt like a nigga died. It felt like a family member died. Oh God, I feeling get when a nigga died. That's what. Oh God, it felt like a nigga died that day. The past few days, it felt like a nigga died.
I want to know, man. Like, nigga, stuff.
And I'm not gonna lie, I felt bad. On God, I ended up feeling bad. After I posted the video, I'm like, fuck. I shouldn't have posted that shit, gang. I was mad. I was heartbroken. I really posted it because I cannot go. I'm the type of nigga to forgive niggas. Once I post this, I cannot forgive no nigga like that.
Not like that.
Y'all niggas would be on my ass. Y'all will hold me accountable. This and the third. I felt bad.
Shit, fuck that. Fuck other people, what they think. It's morals to this shit. Like, man, a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? A homie that you call broski, stealing from you and shit, you know, from 20 years. Oh, hell nah, bro. Ain't no, oh, well, I'm gonna show some sympathy. I forgive you. Hell no. Fuck that. Fuck
Bad,
that.
I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, that shit dead.
And then I found out what the fuck he was using my money on.
What the fuck was he?
And then I found out what he was saying about me. To bitches. To... I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about that fucking video. I don't care what happens to that nigga no more, my nigga. I can't even say everything he was spending my fucking money on. Just know, if you knew what he was doing with that money, y'all would castrate that nigga. Oh, God. The most cucked out... I'm talking like a bitch calling his bitch. I'm about to go fucking on another nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Bye. Blocks him. The next day, unblocks him. Send me some money. Sends him $2,000, whatever, how much she asked for.
Whoa.
Sends videos of him crying. Please, I just want to be with you. I have all the money you can. Josh will never run out of money.
Bruh. Wait. Nigga. He done took all that money and just gave it to a bitch? Oh, hell no, nigga. What the fuck? Oh, man. This shit crazy.
Doing money spreads in the phone ID.
This nigga crazy. Oh, yeah. You need your ass beat. Fuck that.
And I can't even say the...
You need your ass beat.
I can't even say the rest of this shit he was spending my money on. Because them type of conversations can only happen in court. On God, I can't say it on here. And I won't. But just know, I just don't give a fuck.
Man, of all the things you could have spent, you spend your money on a female? Like, what the fuck, bruh? On a hoe that ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't shit. Like, you could have just spent it on another car, some shoes. Nah, I wanna jag it off on a bitch. Yeah. Oh man, this nigga going down bad, bro.
About what happens to that nigga, gang. I don't give a fuck that I posted that video. I don't give a fuck if that nigga was my friend for 25 years. And I don't give a fuck. And any nigga that has a problem with me posting that shit, fuck you, man. I don't care. I don't care. That nigga was never my homie. I feel it though. I thought he was my brother. He wasn't. Okay? He's not. He wasn't. Feel it. So I don't give a fuck about how you feel about me posting that fuck ass video, my nigga. Cause when none of his friends, when none of his bitches, when not even his own fucking mother wanted shit to do with him, wanted him to rot in jail, I was like, nah, that's my brother. That's my brother. You feel me? Fuck that. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I don't want to drag this out. I know a lot of niggas was speaking on it, so it feels like this shit has been dragged out for a long time, but I never really spoke on it, my nigga. This is my first time speaking on it. This is my situation. I can say whatever the fuck I want. You feel me? But this is the end of the Greg saga. The Gregoons. It's it. He's vaulted, my nigga. He's vaulted like the bitches, my nigga.
Oh, bro.
He's gone. Never again.
If
you ever see me with that nigga again, I'm a bitch ass, hoe ass nigga. It just is what it is. You understand me?
Bro.
Greg is fries. No more. No fucking... And if I see that nigga... No more, my nigga. Okay? Los, I don't know what you just said. What your sexy ass just said, but I did see your name and it just made me... It just changed my mood a little bit. Yeah.
You gonna put the pause on his ass.
It's just... I don't know, bro. I don't know how... You can't trust nobody, chat. You can't trust nobody but yourself. Dead ass. And anybody say I gave him the fucking card, are you I don't give nobody my fucking card, my nigga. Only person that has my card, another card of mine is my mom. What are you talking about? Gave him my card. When he said, you gave me the card, bro, do you know what the fuck he means by that? That means once upon a time, when we went to the gas station and I was filling up my tank and he wanted some chips or grabba for his weed, I said, okay, go inside, get some grabba. That's $2, my nigga. And I got my card right fucking back. He stole my fucking card.
He took the...
Because I was around the house, bro. Where's my card? Like, I remember one time...
That nigga took the PIN number on, bro. He definitely took the PIN number.
Hey, yo, I haven't seen my blue card in a minute. Where is it? I don't know. Where is it? You fucking...
bro.
Jason, thank you for the 25. Get this. So when he says, you gave me the card, bro, that's what the fuck he means. Once upon a time, I gave him my card to go inside of a gas station to get some fucking chips. And I seen niggas saying, this is what happens when you just don't put your boys on gay. My nigga, I gave this nigga jobs. I gave this nigga jobs that got nothing to do with me. I had this nigga work for me if he wanted. I gave this nigga free bread when he wanted shit. What I house this nigga? What are you talking about?
Like, I don't...
Cause I was like, okay, obviously something wrong with this nigga.
Yeah, something wrong with
We're gonna get our boy some help, some therapy. I'm gonna try as hard as I can. Cause by the time I die or whatever happens to us, I can say I fucking tried, my nigga. You dig what I'm saying? I'll have no guilt within me to leave my boy behind. And that's what I'm doing now. You understand? When nobody wanted to try with that nigga, I did. And I probably shouldn't have, because everybody's telling me, yo, chill, no more, you done enough. I said, fuck that nigga. Loyal to the soul. We was running around fucking Broward County, 4 years old, running amuck in this bitch, gang. The fuck? Me, Jordan, Sean, Jeremy, we moved into the same fucking, well, not Jeremy, me and him, his mom, we were both born together, my nigga. But me, Jordan, Sean, same neighborhood, in 2001, same age. We've seen niggas die. We've seen some of our parents die. We've seen our parents separate. We were running around like, bro, what? We're brothers, my nigga. We're brothers. Like, bro, 25 years. You don't go back on no shit like that. Like, I'm not thinking, I'm like, yo, all right, this nigga annoying. Let me leave this. No, nigga.
That's backdoor status right there.
Hey, Sean Jordan. Then there were 3, nigga. Only 3 of us left, nigga. And of course, Lovers and Jeremy and shit like that. Don't get it fucked up. But from the neighborhood, 3 of us left, nigga. But chat, that is we're not dragging this no more. After this stream, there'll be no more topics about this shit. I know y'all gonna make y'all jokes, I don't give a fuck. But we're off this shit. Y'all won't see that nigga in Patreon no more. In the streams no more. None of that shit. And because he was part of the content a lot sometimes, I feel like y'all have to know that shit. If this was some nigga that y'all don't know, y'all wouldn't know about this shit. You understand?
They just hit the CEO of...
Damn, I hate when it just go off like that, because I ain't even finished shit. Hey, but he bogus as hell, though, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck that. I definitely, like, never again talk to that motherfucking nigga. But anyway, we finna go into this new topic of this Zeus Network. What the fuck this now? Fuck it. Fuck it. Oh yeah, the Zeus scandal for sure. Let's dive deep into it.
Zeus Network with the Weinstein Diddler-esque accusations, and it's really terrible. It's really bad. Bro is out here fighting for his life online right now. The new accusations that dropped today were pretty predictable. I think everyone's seen this coming because for a while now we've been hearing about some unethical things happening at Zeus. Right, active cast members, whenever they get disgruntled, they come out and say, "Hey, if you want to get on Zeus, you got to sleep with Lemmy. Hey, Lemmy is sleeping with all the girls on the show." That's been like the active complaint. That's been like the recurring complaint. Whenever they got an issue with Lemmy, they come out and say, "Hey, bruh, yo, he's sleeping with every girl on this show, man. All right, if you want to be on Zeus, you got to get your cheeks clapped straight up." Now, if these girls are doing it willingly, that's another conversation. But nonetheless, though, they are his employees. I think his current baby mama is Scotty, and he met her on the show. She was his employee, and he got her pregnant. Him sleeping with these women is just not a good idea. It's just not smart. Even if they consented, even if they knew what they were doing, even if they were laying on their back so they could get an opportunity and they did it willingly and they even threw themselves at you, you never go through with it, because the moment they don't get what they want, or the moment they feel like, man, it's not working out how they thought it would work out, they're coming to get you.
Especially not the employees. Don't sleep with your employees.
It doesn't matter if it was consensual. The power dynamics alone will make you look crazy and will make you liable. Here's what's going on. Lemmy meets this girl called Jaden on your right. Shortly after meeting Lemmy, Jaden begins to hound him, damn near harass him for her to be on Zeus, for her to get an opportunity to be on the Zeus network and to be on Baddies, because she has this desire to be famous. She begins to low-key harass this dude to watch her audition tape for Baddies. You can even see right here on January 8th, 2025, she said, hey, I seen what's going on in Cali, just wanted to check on you to make sure you're okay. He says, yeah, I'm okay. 7 days later, on the 15th, she responds, you lame as F, blocked. Damn. He says, huh? Didn't you say 20 minutes? Do you need my audition tape? So first off, if anybody you just met is talking to you like that in that regard, bro, and that's not even somebody you should consider doing business with. I guess whatever she sends was not really that impressive, because he kind of never really responds to it. Like, she sends it, he doesn't really offer up a response. She then begins to nag him and nag him and nag him almost every single day, asking him, has he watched it? What's the next step? What's the next step? Eventually, he just snaps. Like, he tried to be nice with her initially, but she's just annoying. Like, she really wants this baddie opportunity bad. So he tells her, Jaden, blowing me up about baddies will push me away. I expressed to you how I felt. This is where the odd part starts, because this is where, like, this is clear and obvious red flags that nobody should ever ignore, especially a man. She then hits him with the, I was just asking, so is this how you want to act? Bet, watch this. That sounds like a threat. What do you mean? Like this? Like, that sounds like a threat.
What you talking about, bitch?
Right? So you is saying, hey, bruh, I can't get you on Baddies. It's not a guarantee. She starts to threaten you. Bet, this is how you want to act? So, like, he calls her a weirdo and obsessed. He calls her all type of names. And then, like, she hits him back like a week later. Hey, how you been? Are you okay? And he responds, like, he entertains the conversation again. Lemmy ignored all those red flags, allowed her to come back into his life. She eventually flew out to Georgia, asked to see him. He agreed. She went over to his house, and whatever took place at that house, she was able to secure herself a real audition, got a ticket, and eventually made her way onto Baddies.
Very different than what I thought it was gonna be. I kind of knew the house would be against me, but I didn't think it would be like off the rip. So it was kind of, it was giving, but whatever.
You definitely was holding your own in that Sprinter. Why y'all be fighting in the Sprinter though?
No, I don't like fighting in the Sprinter. Like, I want to fight in the street, but not in the street. I want to fight in the house. I'm not trying to scrape my knees up and do Instagram. Like, that's ghetto. But,
what was your favorite part of the whole experience?
seeing who got the chains, because it's like everybody who got the chain, I feel like, deserved it. So it was like, this was not for nothing. Like, it meant some.
Okay, and then what do you think the biggest misconception people are going to see on the show and think about you? Like, that's not really the tea, but...
Maybe that I'm scary, but I'm just quiet. And it takes a lot to get me going, so it's like once I get going, I don't stop. But these hoes was not popping enough for me to give them. I don't know. They wasn't.
What can we expect from you next? You got anything coming out that we can support?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
What do you have coming up next we can support you with?
Obviously the bookings, but I'm going to get more into content creating, so make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube at Jaden Brown.
This is nasty work, man. She get that little box up, right? Get that little coochie up for free,
bro,
just to end up on a junior varsity.
Hold on, she's talking about she don't want to scrape her knees up. She already did that shit. What the fuck you talking about, shorty? I already did that shit. You tweaking, that
shitty version of Baddies. Now she's doing press conferences like she's a celebrity for YouTube channels with 300 subscribers. Got beat up a couple times, got a $1,500 check, and never got renewed for a season 2. So essentially, she gave that little box up for absolutely nothing. And because she realized she gave it up for nothing, because she ain't really gained no followers, never really gained, no physical presence. Like the page that she started, like the backup page she started after she got on Zeus, that backup page got like 193 followers. So she didn't really gain nothing from this. So because she never got renewed for a season 2, she filed a lawsuit claiming that she was taken advantage of. In her lawsuit filed today against Lemmy, she's using words like coerced. She says that Lemmy coerced her into sleeping with him for promises that he would make her a star. Confessed she gave Lemmy 2 years worth of free coochie for hopes that she would be on Baddies. So she met Lemmy in 2023 and began sleeping with him in 2023, 2024, and she ended up on Baddies in 2025. And after 2 straight years of free coochie to Lemmy, she only filmed like 8 episodes for Baddies Go Wild and never got called back for a season 2.
Damn.
She is tight because she feels finesse, man. She like, hold on, bro. 2 years of free boxing, all I can get is 8 episodes on the junior varsity version of Baddies that nobody really watches, and I don't even get called back for a season 2. Oh no, nah, you finesse me, bro. Nah, hold on, son. We got to get it back in blood, man. Again, this is your fault. You need better coochie management skills, man. You gotta know how to negotiate. You gotta know how to offer it up. You gotta know how to hold it back. You gotta know how to get what you want. But you gave it up for 2 straight years for free.
Right.
Yo, you lucky you even got on Zeus. Most men hit the same box for 2 straight years, man. They don't want to know more. Man, that's old. You lucky he honored his agreement to you, if that's the case. She will go on to explain, apparently the 2 years of free coochie to get on Baddies was not enough. Because after she got on Baddies, she thought, okay, she can now just start living her life as a superstar, but Lemmy kept coming to collect on the coochie payments. And she would say that she's kept trying to avoid him, but he wouldn't take no for an answer. That just days before they shot, for the season after the audition, she had to sleep with him again. 2 months later in March, she had to sleep with him again. That apparently like he made her sleep with him when she was on her period and when she was intoxicated. She says that he just wouldn't stop coming to collect on the coochie payments, that eventually she had enough and walked away. Shit. However, I think that's probably kept. I don't think she walked away. I think Lemmy just never brought her back, because Lemmy would claim that he just never brought her back for season 2. And that's where the issues came in, that she wanted to be on season 2. She thought she earned her spot. She thought she was coming back for a season 2. And when she never came back for a season 2, she thought she got played, and now the lawsuit exists. And the text kind of proved that as well, because the text kind of have her asking what's up with season 2. But she's now claiming that she was the one who walked away from season 2, which I doubt. Right? This chick looked like somebody who was like completely, just obsessed with clout. When you go
I was just finna say that, like, man, motherfuckers like do anything for fame, like just to be in the limelight for this shit. Like, this shit crazy, bro.
This girl's Instagram, you know who she's hanging out with? You know who her friend is? This girl, right? This the same girl who exposed Kai Cenat and tried to extort him for $5,000. This is the same girl who apparently exposed Bossman D-Lo and tried to extort him as well. So her friends are women who are extorting celebrities and men. Like, the crowd she hang with is a crowd of women who are extorting celebrity men and exposing them. Just based off of that alone, this might be unfair now. Just based off of that alone, bruh, you gotta come with a little bit more receipt for me to believe that you not just a clout chasing, you know what.
Definitely clout
Now,
chasing.
Lemmy responded back, and I'll be real, like, Lemmy is trying to fight this in like the battle of public perception. I don't know why, because like, bro, I'll be real, bro, nobody is watching Zeus and saying, damn, Lemmy, damn, bro, why you sleep with that girl to get her on the show? Man, nobody is watching Zeus.
Shit, I don't think nobody gives a fuck, apparently. Bro.
All right, so I don't even know why he's trying to like clean this up. You go to court, you spank the lawsuit, but nobody is looking at you, Lemmy, like, oh my God, Lemmy, I'm done watching Zeus. Bro, people who watch Zeus, right? Like, are degenerates. All right. They don't care that you like made this girl sleep with you,
Right.
so she could get on Zeus, if that's what happened. So he goes. So he goes. I met Jaden in 2023, shortly after my previous relationship ended. Our relationship began as a friendship, not a business relationship. So he's saying, hold on, you can't sue me because when you started sleeping with me in 2023, we were just friends. I was not your boss. We were just friends. So you can't sue me for sleeping with me in 2023 and 2024 because we were friends. Right? And we already began sleeping together before you began working for Zeus. So hence, it's hard to really argue, you feel me, that you got coerced. Now she goes, there was no conversation about baddies. So he's claiming that she lied. I don't think so, bruh. I think like baddies was definitely discussed. I think he definitely sold her a dream. I think, her hot box gave up the coochie for damn near free.
Definitely
and, was very upset that, the coochie payments ain't really lead to nothing. So he goes, there was no Zeus conversations about baddies, Zeus employment, or me hiring her. As Zeus continued to grow, she repeatedly expressed interest in joining the network. And before and after auditioning, repeatedly asked rather I had watched her audition, rather she would be cast, and when she would receive an answer. I consistently told her what I tell everyone: if you wanted an opportunity at Zeus, you would have to audition. And I also made it clear that I wanted to keep friendship and business separate because the repeated conversation about being casted were becoming a turnoff. Friendship never guaranteed employment, and employment was never a condition of friendship. Those were two separate things. He goes on and says, I never promised her a role, guarantee her employment, or promised fame or success. She was not originally selected for the cast. Only after another cast member withdrew shortly after production, before production, did I suggest she be considered, and the production team ultimately approved. Now, here's the thing, okay? I don't know the legality of sleeping with somebody before they become your employee, and then after they become your employee, still sleeping with them. And that person says, hey,
it's crazy.
They kept sleeping with me. I didn't want to sleep with them. And I feel like that's why I didn't get casted for season 2. I don't know the legality of this. What I do know, though, is this lady, this woman, this girl is not the first person to come out. If you watch No Jumper and Academics, Loose Cannon's wife, called Sharice Mills, she would claim that she slept with Lemmy for the opportunities that he gave her, and and it was conditioned, and she wished she didn't have to sleep with him, for him to give her certain opportunities on the network. And she would say that it was a requirement and it was mandated. And she would even go a step further and claim that like he's worse than Diddy and Weinstein, according to her.
Getting weird because she's telling me he was inappropriate.
Yeah.
And now nephew telling me that was your ex.
He wasn't my ex. Let's keep it clear.
I ain't no trick.
I would be wrong if I didn't mention that.
I don't play that.
I would be wrong if I didn't mention that.
Every time he had to see me, he had to cut a check.
Excuse me.
I don't play.
I would be wrong if I didn't mention that Stunner Girl said something quite similar when she was here just the other day.
Yeah, she ain't lying.
I gotta acknowledge the consistency of.
He ain't lying.
I don't know.
Nah, but then again, wait. If you saying y'all had a situationship,
it was a situation.
And then you're saying his wife was involved.
It was a situation.
I don't see him doing anything wrong.
Because let me tell you something.
How's he doing something wrong?
I'd rather do something with somebody that's going to give me an opportunity than not. But I would have rather not have to. Let's just say that.
See, you can't do that.
Yes, I
because
can.
Because you could have just said no.
And then I would not have the opportunity. Listen, this business is very dirty.
Did he tell you that? Did he say?
Absolutely.
He said,
absolutely.
If you don't do this, you're not going to get the opportunity.
Absolutely. But I pray he get there because he's going to need it for them lawsuits. But it's unfortunate.
You think he had it down Diddyville?
Yes, he's actually, I think, maybe worse than Diddy.
What?
Listen, man, you can't convince me this man is a monster when he's offering grown women opportunities to be on a show. If they want to give up the box, and they choosing to give up the box willingly, bruh. Now to come back and claim this man is a monster, this man is this because you gave the box up willingly, and I'm not talking about Sharice, I'm talking about Jaden. But still, man, like these is grown women giving up the box. to be on a show. And when you realize the show ain't do nothing for you and you're not going to become a star, now you want to sue, man, I'm not with that, bro. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all...
She shouldn't have gave up the box, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? If she wouldn't have gave up the box, she wouldn't be feeling that. Bro. Yeah. Close the box. That's all you gotta do is close the box. Bro. Keep that shit sealed, goddamn it.
Really pissed.
All right, y'all. We finna get into some Whack 100, man.
Off Whack 100 tries to attack his own co-host and threatens to knock him out if he crosses the line again. How did he cross the line the first time? Stay tuned and you'll find out. So Whack is doing this podcast at 607 Unc's house. Now, it's supposed to be like a conscious debate. So they're debating several things. They get to the discussion of Black Americans and Africans and their heritage and their lineage.
It's because it's Mansa Musa was visiting America. Correct. Early before Christopher Columbus, right?
Right. You're talking about Abubakar II. Right.
Okay, I got Miss Bob.
Please go ahead. That's his brother or
Brothers
his
here.
cousin.
I don't know why this in America.
Wait. Brothers that's here brothers that was in Africa was coming to America before any Europeans, Caucasians, anything like that, right?
I think that's true.
So who was here in America before Aztecs? It was Olmecs. Who killed the Olmecs?
Aztecs. He lived in America.
They didn't kill them. Well, you know, there are these things they call planes now. I'll introduce you to.
He got
I can actually be a global. Ask me a question.
Go ahead. We're gonna
I can be a global individual. I actually am not giving up my citizenship in the United States, but I will have dual citizenship.
But you don't have it
as well.
Do you have it?
My
you got
paperwork,
citizenship?
my paperwork will be finished very
How old are
soon.
you? How old are you?
I just submitted the paperwork.
How old are you?
I'm 54.
You 54 and ain't got citizenship on the place you say you from.
What does that mean? You're talking about municipalities.
You American, nigga. You listen,
brother.
You cannot be an African citizen. You American. Are you not American?
Being American does not have to be the only thing you.
They're talking past each other because Whack 100 is not this.
Hey, he low-key speaking some shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Whack got some knowledge on, bro.
Disputing that his people came from Africa. Whack is just saying he identified as Black American first and not African due to the history and what his people went through. Whack 100 even went through his entire family history. So he's questioning this dude identifying as African first, even though he was born here and he's not an African citizen. His parents were born here. His great-grandparents were born here, but he's not an African citizen. So if you don't have any citizenship to any African country, how are you claiming African first over Black American in your heritage? So that's what Whack 100 is arguing, because I think in Germany...
You're not African, nigga. You just American, motherfucker. You a Black African American. I mean, I'm tweaking. My fault. I'm gonna cut that out though. You a Black American, motherfucker. God damn it.
If both your parents are German citizen and you're born, let's say, in Mexico, you're still a German citizen. They can still file before your first birthday and you are a German citizen. So if we're taking that standard and applying it, well, you wouldn't have to apply to be an African citizen. You will just be a citizen of, let's say, Ghana or Nigeria, because, your parents would be Nigerian or Ghanaian. But in this case, that's not the case at all. This dude, clearly, his family has been here for many hundreds of years, but he's still claiming African as his roots, and Whack 100 has a problem with that.
Saying that we're not American. I didn't say that. What you said?
I did not say that.
We're African.
I did not say we're not American.
You said we're African. I'm not.
So
Did
we
I
have
not
a
say
question?
African? I'm telling you.
I did not say I'm not American.
I'm not an African.
Okay, fine. That's for you.
I'm American.
You can have whatever opinion you want, no matter how uninformed it is. No matter how uninformed it is,
What do
you
you
can have
mean
that
uninformed?
opinion. It's uninformed.
You sit up there in your church and you beg for
I don't go
American
to a
money.
church. I don't go to a
Right?
church.
You beg for
I'm not
American
part of a
offering, right?
church. I'm not part of a
Do you
church.
take offering?
I'm not part of a church.
Where it come from?
Correct
Americans?
what you're saying,
Do
and
you
then I'll
take
answer.
offering?
That's the question.
What is that
I
question
don't take
supposed to
offering.
mean?
I
What
don't
does
take
that
offering from
mean?
nobody. Right? I do business. Do you take offering?
I do, but I have many businesses.
Do you take offering?
I have many businesses.
Do you take offering?
Let's be
Do
really
you beg
clear.
for money?
When Whack 100 asks do you take offering, he's essentially calling this dude a grifter. He's trying to get to the fact that dude claims he's African. He's an African citizen. He wants to go back to Africa. However, he's living off of American dollars, or more specifically, he's living off of Black American dollars. Now, this dude is kind of shifty because he gets to, hey, I'm not a pastor. I'm not in a church. I don't take offerings. I have a spiritual nonprofit that takes donations. So he don't have a church, but he has a spiritual nonprofit, and he doesn't take offerings, but he takes donations. I'll be real, you kind of have to applaud him because that's kind of slick. So that conversation
You know he fucking danced. That nigga danced, boy, to infinity. He moved around. Oh God, that nigga danced.
transitions to birthright citizenship. Dude claims they're trying to take away birthrights from Black Americans. Wack will call him out for misinformation and claim that that's not true, that Trump is not trying to take away birthright from Black Americans. Dude will challenge Wack on whether or not Wack 100 actually read what Trump was proposing. Wack would challenge Dude to confess that he takes offerings, and it just goes back and forth until things start to get really weird. Like they start to bring, well, not they, but Dude starts to bring up that Wack 100 has a small penis, which came out of nowhere, to be honest.
When I'm telling you, read the filing.
Do you take offerings?
Did you read the filing? Did you read the filing? Did you read the filing? Do you read the filing?
You a beggar.
Jabari, can you answer the question? Do you take offering or not?
I want to be really clear. I've answered it several times.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
I have several nonprofits. One of them is spiritual. I take no salary from
what the
any
fuck is a
of
spiritual?
them. I take no
That's
salary.
a manipulation
I have
of our
businesses,
people.
I agree.
And I'm a college professor.
That's a manipulation
That's what
of
I
our
do.
people.
Do you have a following question
You
for
and
Wack?
me
So
that
that
read
is,
some
yes,
books.
my
Take a
question
test.
is,
I agree. Wacky, answer the question.
Did he read the Supreme Court filing put forth by the Trump administration?
My question to you
because
is,
I just
has he
do you
revoked our
notice that he
citizenship?
can't
Hold on, Wack,
answer a
he's asking you a question.
Did
Wack.
you notice he can't answer the
I have to
question?
read it.
Because the reality is he's speaking
There's no
about something
changes.
he does not know.
Was it a change?
You are the most
Was it a
loud
change?
person.
Was it a change?
And you don't know anything.
Was it a change?
The
Yes or
Supreme
no?
Court overruled him.
So shut your dumb ass up.
The Supreme Court overruled him.
Why talk about something
You
that has
said,
no bearing
you said
effect?
Trump
both
wasn't
questions have
trying
been
to
answered.
change birthright
Acknowledge the
citizenship.
red
Why
flag.
talk
We're
about
acknowledging
something
the red
that
flag.
has no
Both questions have been
bearing effect?
answered.
You're ridiculous.
Jabari,
Read something.
Jabari, your question has been
You
answered.
ain't never
Read
Wack, your
something.
You had a
your
struggle.
question has
Hold
been
on.
answered.
3 women that left
Hold
you.
on.
All wrong.
Fucked
We're
your
crossing
best
into
friend.
opinions.
All wrong.
You guys are scaring us.
You ex don't fit.
All wrong.
You guys are
I can
starting
tell
with
you
us.
ex don't
Wack,
fit.
you
You're scaring
said
us.
I can tell you
And you
ex
have a
don't
small
fit.
penis.
That's gay.
Good.
That's gay.
All right, and you have a small penis.
You got dick on your
That's
mouth?
why you like this.
You're about to witness
Oh
my
my
theory
God,
in real time
bro.
when I
What
tell
the
you
fuck?
civilians are second-class citizens when interacting with gang members, especially from the gang member perspective. So Wack, again, we gotta be fair here, right? I love Wack, but Wack started off the disrespect. Wack tells Dude, hey, bruh, your girl got effed by your best friend and 2 women left you. Now, I don't know if this was conversation that was had off camera, but Wack brought it on camera. Now, you could say that Dude calling Wack 100 uninformed and saying a couple of times was disrespect, but Wack responded back with super personal stuff. That led to Dude saying Wack 100 got a small penis. Now, in Wack 100 mind, listen, I am, for the most part, the masculine figure in the room. I have the ability to whoop your behind and beat you up, and there's nothing you can do about it. So hence, you gotta walk on eggshells. So when Wack 100 tells Dude, you getting effed, and Dude responds back when you got a small penis, it bothered Wack. It bothered Wack because Wack felt like Dude was sex playing him, so Wack kind of sat on it for a little bit. He didn't completely react with just straight violence initially, but I felt like Wack 100 just sat back and kind of felt, nah, I can't let this dude sex play me. And that led to this absolute spiral that started off here and just went downhill fast. Because the first time he said it, Wack 100 kind of gave him a pass because Wack felt like, okay, I kind of brought up his wife and his girl getting effed. Okay, cool. But that will be Wack 100 reason and excuse to continue to disrespect him. Even when Dude inquired about why Wack 100 was being disrespectful, Wack told him, I'm calling you a B because you sex played me a couple of minutes ago. So this moment that you just watched was the beginning of a spiral that led to absolute chaos.
So you said you're from multiple places in Africa, and you think your people are from America.
I'm American. Yeah.
Period.
My shit
No matter
started on the
what.
plantation and then up. I don't all that.
Before that,
the plantation. That's a fact.
I mean, that was going on here. It doesn't mean
Mississippi,
it happened
Alabama,
there.
Louisiana. Yeah, I can trace that back. Will McElroy, Tumasuma, Mississippi. He went back and bought the land he was a slave on, and we still own him 500 acres today. And then he went and bought his wife out of motherfucking slavery, and when the sheriff showed up to say it wasn't his, he killed the sheriff, did 10 years on the chain gang, and we still got that land today. You motherfucking right. I trace it back to the plantation. You just inferior to what's in front of you.
Who's talking right now?
Because you got...
Who's talking right now?
So you shouldn't have referenced it.
Who's talking right now?
Fuck over you every chance I get.
Who's talking right now?
It don't
Moderator?
matter.
Moderator.
Nigga, you ain't more man than me, nigga.
Loud.
We're gonna acknowledge
you think you're saying nothing? You believe that his loudness is trying to compensate for what? Lack of what? He's saying stuff.
I already told him what it was a lack of.
Don't sex play me again. If you sex play me, I'm gonna find your chin attractive.
All right.
God, don't sex play me again. You been warned.
Brother, we'll change the
Straight up. God, the religion, and everything about it. Don't sex play me again. Me South Power. I don't play them sex play games.
Brother.
You don't be the bitch. Don't sex play me again. I'm telling you in your eyes, like a bitch, don't sex play me.
To respect everyone at the
I didn't say it. If you got a problem with what I'm saying, all you gotta do is try me, and I'm gonna find your chin attractive and knock your bitch ass out.
This is what
Don't
we
sex
knock
play
your
me,
bitch
nigga.
ass out.
Fuck your God and your religion. Where I come from, we don't play like that. South Power rule. You gonna respect that.
First off, do you understand
Nah, this nigga whack ass just crashed the fuck out. He say, fuck your God and your religion, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? He just went crazy.
Like Whack 100's dream. This is like Whack 100's perfect opportunity to really check some ish, especially in front of his woman. His woman is there watching. You get an opportunity to really like man up, buck your chest, put a little MF in his place. This is every man's dream, man. All right, you get to really do some masculine stuff in front of your woman, which is what's happening right now. And to be honest, bro, I don't think Wack had any expectation of this dude fighting back. I don't feel like dude was a threat at all whatsoever. But he did leave that room open, right? He did engage in sex play and disrespect. So Wack 100, I felt like seen an opportunity and took it. I felt like Wack would have respected dude more if dude had said, hey, bro, let's go outside. All right, I bet. Let's go outside now. Right, like you violent.
Nigga, but on Pyro then, let's do it. Oh, bro.
You did bad. Let's go outside. Let's get it in. But dude ain't want no smoke, man. At all. At all. Ain't want no smoke whatsoever, bro. As a matter of fact, after Whack 100 said all of that, after Whack 100 called him all type of B's, Whack 100 called him out of his name, Whack 100 said all of this to him. Wack did not apologize for not one thing he said to him, but Buddy issued a heartfelt apology to Wack 100 for saying he got a small penis.
See what you got to say.
Please let me speak for a minute.
Wack will give him 1 minute
Let
to
me
speak.
speak for a minute. You said some real messed up stuff to me. You did.
Okay, thank you.
And I said something to you.
No, you sex play.
And let me say, I don't consider that sex play. But let me say this. But let me say this to you. Let me say this to you. Obviously, what you said to me didn't offend me as much as what I said to you. And because I offended you,
ain't no offense.
1 second.
You playing? You think this game? 2 seconds. I'm getting flighted, my nigga. I'm not. Hey, listen, bro. Listen.
I'm trying to.
I don't come from your world, homie. I come from what you don't give. Take.
Let me speak.
And the only refrain I got is on the 607 house, bro. Cause my wife gonna move how I move, however I move. So I'm telling you, don't sex play me, bro. Where I come from, I about that.
Okay. Let me speak to you.
Your religion, you supposed to be religious. I have you caught on the news every time I see it. Minors and sodomizing the kids in the church. You out civil suits, y'all didn't see it. Creplos got all these.
This hurt.
The worst kind. We get rid of that. And here it is. You knew who I was coming into this, and you made the conscious decision that I'm a sex play this, knowing his background. Crazy. You out your you accept who you are, accept the fact that you give a about these ornaments, and know you on the West Coast. Where you from, New York? We don't do over here like that. How about that Kisu through the face? That's what happens. I got a whole tribe that respect me. You think I'm gonna let a peon like you come up here and play with me, nigga, without no repercussion? You really don't believe that, do you? I don't pray to your God. I accept my evil. So if you ain't gonna issue an apology, it's cool. I'm just gonna violate you the whole time.
Speak to you for a second, bro.
Please go ahead, Jabari.
Let me speak to you for
You
a
gay,
second.
I don't want too much talk.
He's giving you time to speak, so go ahead and please get to the point that you have, Jabari.
Obviously, what I said to you was really offensive, and I apologize for that. I do. Because that wasn't my goal to do that at all. It wasn't. You said some messed up things to me, too.
Now
And
let's
I
get
did
back.
Wait. What I was doing was not sex play. It wasn't.
Please.
Now let's get back.
And you know what? Wait.
Sonata TV, first off, y'all don't even understand how much history is in that room. To see Sonata TV and Whack 100 in the same room, y'all don't, most of y'all are probably too young to even know who Sonata TV is.
Hey, I low-key know who Sonata is, man. I be watching his shit on bro.
Sonata TV is like the Godfather OG of YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Like, Sonata TV is responsible for probably
black conscious community, bro.
Everybody you see right here. Everybody, even like the academics, like lingo that y'all kind of like took, right? Like his early lingo, that comes from Sonata TV in the debates. Like my lingo, my early history on YouTube is from Sonata. Sonata TV is responsible for so many like pockets of YouTube. Y'all don't even know or understand who the Godfather is. Mr. Shout out to us, Sonata TV. But Sonata TV is a gangster too. So he's watching the dude kind of like kowtow, get on his knees. I'm sorry, Wack. I'm sorry, Wack. It's like, man, get up, bro. What you doing, man? Stop.
Like it's your bitch ass up, nigga. What the fuck, man? You humiliating my shit, nigga. Damn,
Dude
nigga.
apologized. So Sonata is trying to stop him from like apologizing some more. And dude said, no, I ain't done yet. And Captain apologized, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. Whack 100 needs to be like a drill sergeant, bro. I feel like, if Whack 100 is being paid to scare somebody, no. Put Whack 100 on Scare Straight. All them kids is gonna leave Scare Straight and go back to being straight A students, bro. Whack really knows how to put the fear in you, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, okay?
That nigga definitely put the fear in you, nigga. Cause I don't believe in your God, nigga. I don't believe in the God. Like, damn, nigga, all right, shit.
Okay, folks, so I'm back here out.
God damn it. Alright, y'all, we finna get into some David, man. This goddamn creep. Let's dive deep into this shit.
Outside for the David trial. I'm here outside the courthouse with all the media here, and it was a very, very interesting day today. Now, I feel like there was a lot of crazy stuff that actually went over people's heads, and I'm very, very surprised about what I heard. I've got all of my notes here, got everything written down, all right? We're writing with pen and paper here, and I'm telling you, this is some really interesting stuff. So it started off very, very interestingly, okay? So the DA, Beth Silverman, was like 1 minute late. I swear, damn near no more than 60 seconds late, okay? And the judge was on her straight away. The judge wasn't having it. She running a tight ship, Judge Olmedo. She basically is not having it. You ain't trying to even be 30 seconds late with her. Now, it turned out, okay, I think Beth had been locked out by one of the bailiffs or the people working in the court. They'd locked the room, I don't know, they must have locked the doors like 45 seconds prematurely. So Beth was late by like 1 second and the judge was on it. She kind of forgave her after that, but it really showed you exactly how tight the whole courtroom is going to be run in this situation. The judge is not playing around. So David came in. He came in pretty decent spirits. Now, this is a very important detail, okay? In this instance, he came in his shackles, okay? He was shackled. He had all these chains on, you know what I'm saying? Hands and feet straight shackled. I said before, he came in the courtroom last time, jingling, jangling with all the shackles on. Now, he was in pretty good spirits, okay? It was weird because the judge, she seems like the judge is on absolute timing. Like, she really quickly, even while David was in the room, like quickly dealt with like a little update to do with another case. Someone called Mr. Valdez, I don't know what that was about, had nothing to do with David. She was like, let me quickly get this matter out of the way, boom, boom, boom. All right, now I'm ready for David. He was already there watching that. So that judge is so on point with the scheduling, with the timing, with everything that she's doing. You got to respect it. But after that, okay, when she moved on to David, He sounded pretty confident again, okay? He said, morning, Your Honor, unprompted. He spoke up in the whole courtroom in front of everybody, just like, morning, Your Honor, just straight up. Like, he greeted her. She didn't greet him. He greeted her. He's kind of trying to make that little social connection in the courtroom, and I thought that was just an interesting dynamic. But what was very, very interesting, this is the most interesting thing, and I wouldn't be surprised if it went over everybody else's head. David's lawyer, Blair Burke, said, okay, they put in a request for bail. I've seen it going around Reddit. I've seen a lot of people talking about, oh, David put in a request for bail. I saw the post on Reddit a few days ago, and I saw everybody getting absolutely obliterated in the comments on that Reddit post when they were talking about, there's no proof of this. Who has proof of this? You guys are just saying anything. Well, everybody that was in that Reddit thread, you were wrong, okay? The poster was right. He has been trying to get bail. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. They didn't even deal with it in this hearing, but it seemed to be the case that Blair Burke brought up the issue of getting a bail and basically said, we've put in that request for bail. The judge acknowledged it. She didn't deny it. She didn't approve it. She didn't comment on it. Basically, it wasn't time for that. But it confirmed it in the courtroom. It went by like a flash. Like it just went straight by. I don't even know if people even noticed it because it was so right at the start. It was almost like they slipped that one in there. And it was actually crazy. So that's true. He's trying to get bail. Fat chance he's not going to get it. This is the most heinous crime ever committed by a celebrity in Hollywood history.
You don't get
He ain't
none of
getting
this.
bail, but he trying to get
You
bail.
don't get no bail from the shit you just did, motherfucker. None, nigga, none.
But not just that, and I'm going to tell you something right at the end of this video, which is one of the last things that was brought up, which is not bail, but it's like the closest thing that he's going to get to bail in the situation that he's in. But that didn't come up to the end. So they basically said that the next date for the full preliminary hearing was going to be July 21st. Nobody contested that date. They're quite happy to go forward with that date. Everybody was happy. That's apparently locked in. But here's the thing, okay? They basically said they were trying to book in like a whole bunch of days. They said that they wanted to have a date in the next 5 days, but the judge was busy. And they basically said that they need to speak to the witnesses about scheduling. And then the judge brought up a whole bunch of dates for the preliminary hearing. So basically it's going to be a multi-day hearing. There's going to be loads of evidence. There's also going to be witnesses that are going to be brought in there. So she basically put forward a bunch of dates. 21st, 22nd. She said she was busy on the 23rd. She wasn't sure, maybe the 23rd. 24th locked in, 27th. And then the judge said she can't do the 29th, but she's not sure. And she said the 31st of July. But then Beth Silverman said she could not do the 31st of July. She was out of town. But all the other ones, she basically said, yeah, I'm down. Like those can run if need be. Okay. So there's going to be a whole lot of dates. There's going to be a whole lot of evidence. That's the thing, is there's going to be like a lot to be presented. They're saying there's going to be multiple witnesses. They were basically saying you got to get the witnesses prepared, all of that kind of thing. So the preliminary hearing is going to take several days. There's going to be so much brought forward. Apparently all of those days are going to be chock-a-block with evidence. And it's not just going to be these quick little, okay, let's get in and decide what's going on today and move on. It's going to be like full sit down with witnesses, with, you know, experts, all that kind of thing. And they're basically going to explain, you know, all different types of evidence that's going to be brought forward at the trial. But that's at the preliminary hearing. Now, what's really interesting, okay, is the next things that happened in the courtroom. So after that, what ended up happening is David's team basically said, obviously been waiting about all of this data, you know, 20 terabytes, all these terabytes on terabytes of info that they're supposed to get. So they basically said that they've received all of the written reports. They're waiting for some investigative reports that are still being gathered, but they're saying they've got a lot of the information, but they haven't still quite got all of it. They're still waiting for certain things. But one of the major things was they said there was a protective order at issue. And what that was all about, seemingly, was that they basically said that they're trying to get the transcripts from the grand jury. Obviously, we heard there was a big, long grand jury that had been going on before any of these hearings actually started, before David was actually arrested. I got a bee trying to jump onto my camera right now. I'm getting attacked by a bee as I'm recording. That's crazy.
Hey, folks, let me get in.
So, Jesus Christ, I was getting attacked by a bee. It's crazy.
in,
The police
folks.
are right here. They do nothing about the bees. Anyway, okay, so they basically said that, you know, they're going to be having these witnesses come in. They need to get all of this evidence, but they still haven't been able to get hold of the grand jury transcripts. Now, interestingly, Beth Silverman basically said that she wasn't allowed to deal with the grand jury transcripts. I don't know if that means that she's not allowed to have them at all, or that she's not allowed to hand them over and pass them on. They basically said that they have to go through a bunch of protective orders to actually get hold of those, and the defense is still trying to get them, or at least they haven't got all of them that they wanted. Now, I thought that was interesting. There was also another very interesting point that came up where David's defense were basically saying, they actually asked the judge, they said, we've been limited to only having 2 attorneys at the table during this trial, and I swear I'd seen instances where they've maybe had more than 2 people. Maybe I'm misremembering it. But they basically said, we want to request for certain times us to have actually a third attorney at the table whilst this is going on, especially for a certain witness. So I don't know who this witness is going to be. I don't know what they're going to say. I don't know if there's multiple witnesses or in general they want this. But it seems to be that David's defense are basically saying, look,
it's going to be another little girl. That's the other witness. Another little girl, Chad. I bet you.
Certain witness, certain people, certain situations, we want a third lawyer to be able to actually be at the desk on the panel to be able to ask questions, cross-examination, all that kind of stuff. And the judge basically said that that is allowed. And she said that it's allowed for both sides. The prosecution can have a third attorney. They said specifically a defense investigator, an investigating officer. So I don't know whether that's actually, they're going to allow like an investigating officer that was on the case of investigating the situation before it actually got to the trial stage to be part of the examination, or if they're just going to allow, an additional lawyer with kind of expert analysis on certain issues related to certain witnesses. But the judge granted that, so we're going to be seeing people getting fried on that stand, okay? We're going to be seeing witnesses going up against multiple lawyers. There are going to be faces that you ain't seen before that are going to be jumping in, asking the really hard questions. Now, Beth basically had, nothing new regarding discovery. So Beth Silverman, the district attorney prosecuting this, she was like, discovery, I ain't got nothing else to say. Don't worry about those terabytes, don't worry about hard drives. We've sorted it out, basically. They said, hey, that's governed, that's taken care of. The information's getting handed over. I guess they got some or most of what they need. It's going to plan. Both sides were cool with that. Now, interestingly enough, okay, Blair Burke basically said that her and Beth Silverman, so the prosecution and the defense, basically said, look, we've already come to an agreement on a protective order. It seemed, obviously it's a protective order, so I don't know exactly what it was about, but from the language that was being used, it seemed to me that it was either in reference to some information in that, grand jury that was summoned. I mean, they said there were several grand juries that were actually summoned before this actually got to the stage where we're having hearings and David was arrested, but basically said that they went back and forth about this protective order. They don't want any of that grand jury information getting out, basically. And to be honest, I kind of don't blame them, or I kind of understand, because at the end of the day, what we're dealing with is that grand jury interviewed a bunch of people. Some of them might not be coming to trial. I would imagine a lot of that stuff is damning to David. That's just what I would imagine based on, things that I've heard. Rumors that have been going around. They've been saying, David's management team and stuff were in there getting grilled. They're saying, why didn't you do anything for this young girl? David's management, I think it was Robert, who was it? There was Robert and Josh that were on his management team that were hauled in there. But, there were rumors that people said, oh, I just wanted to continue the tour. I didn't think it was my place to say anything about the girl. So I think they're going to be doing their best to kind of keep that under a protective order. Not
fuck you mean, it ain't your place to talk about the girl, man. It's a little fucking girl. She's little. She's fucking 13. Fuck you mean, man? That's what I'm talking about, man. Got all these grown people just walking like, oh shit, it's just a little girl, man. It's just a little girl, man. That's just a little girl. Nigga, speak up. Shit.
Have that information circulate around, probably because it's really damning, and apparently the DA's not even too bothered about that, because I feel like they're going to have reams of evidence. It's kind of like, and that stuff's probably still going to be included, but I don't think they want the public knowing.
My fault for stopping the damn video, but bodies chopped up and shit. All because the motherfucker didn't want to speak up. Shit is crazy.
About it, I don't think they want that being reported on or being let out publicly. Now, what was interesting was it seemed to be the case that basically David's defense was struggling to get their hands on the grand jury transcripts. These are so well guarded and so well protected. It sounds like they're really having a hard time to have them handed over. Beth Silverman, the DA, said it's not her place. She can't hand those over. She's not allowed to. Apparently, a supervising judge needs to review those grand jury transcripts, I guess, to approve them, or I don't know if there's redactions. I don't know exactly how that works, but basically, they need to be approved by a judge. They said they need a protective order with Department 100 to basically get hold of those grand jury transcripts. They still haven't got them. They're still trying to get them, and that's a massive part of this case. So it basically said they're going to be sorting out the witnesses. They're going to be checking any issues with the witnesses that are going to be coming to those next hearings. They're obviously going to be very lengthy, multi-day hearings for the actual preliminary hearing for the real-life trial. But this is crazy. So obviously I've mentioned that they're trying to get a bail. That was true. That was brought up. It wasn't dealt with, but it was brought up because that really is happening. That's something that's being put forward. But what was very interesting, they also said, okay, the judge basically said that we're anticipating a notice about the shackles. It sounds like David's defense are tired of him walking in the courtroom, jingling, jangling, shackled at his hands and feet. I'm not going to lie. When they bring him in with the shackles, and the orange jumpsuit, it looks like something out of a movie. I know this is this is the real life of what these types of movies are based on, but it's like it's very performative. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, fuck that. He needs shackles. The shit that he done did, yeah, he need all the shackles. Fuck that.
Keep it real with you. It does make you look guilty when you come into that courtroom. And look, whatever you believe about the case, I'm gonna be impartial in this video, okay? But like, if you really done them sort of crimes, I'm not gonna lie, you probably should be shackled, okay? But right now it's the trial stage. I don't know if he's gonna be able to wear a suit for his actual trial. I don't know if at this stage, you know, he has to be shackled and then his orange jumpsuit. But it does look crazy. Every time he walks in, straight shackled, big, you know, it's like big, thick links, big chains, like shackled at his hands and feet. So you can hear it. It's a very like, you know those kind of noises that really get in your head, like nails on a chalkboard. It's real chain, like thick, heavy chains when he walks into that courtroom. The bright orange jumpsuit. It's very theatrical. So the defense, they're trying to get that. They're trying to say, look, we need to do something about these shackles. This is no good. This isn't any way for our client to be coming into court.
Fuck that.
They basically said they're going to be writing a written notice, or the judge basically said, you know, yeah, I'm knowing that you're planning to write a notice. If you want something to be done about the shackles, that needs to be put in officially. So the judge signed for more protective orders. Apparently there's more information that's going to be kept under protective order, more information that isn't for the public, evidence, witness testimony, all those kind of things. So the judge is basically kind of agreeing and saying that, yeah, we're going to keep some of this stuff under a protective order. We're not going to have this out there. Now, the last thing, after the shackles, David was basically being removed from the courtroom. Very, very interestingly, right at the end, he was still trying to talk to his lawyer, Blair Burke. He was still trying to talk, and it's like the guards, they're ushering him away, they're pulling him out, and it's like he's kind of like I might have to just like interact it with you. It's like his lawyer Blair is kind of sat down looking up at him. They're leading him away by his shackles, and he's kind of like, he's like trying to say stuff to his lawyer, like he's trying to look back and still talk to her. So it's like he still had a lot on his mind. I've never seen him go out like that before. Last time we saw him very, very relaxed. He was kicking his feet around. He was doing weird shit with his mouth. In this one, he was in good spirits, but it's like at the end there was a little bit of desperation. It was like he was trying to get a few more words in. You know, the bailiffs, the guards weren't having it. He was really trying to get a little extra. He looked a little bit panicked at the end, I would say, trying to get a little extra.
Hey, come on! Just a few more words!
Extra word into his lawyer. Don't know what it was about, couldn't hear it, but it was like, time's up, like you're gone. He's like trying to like get a little extra word in over the guard's shoulder. So that was pretty crazy. But to me, the big standout in this is the fact that bail was brought up. I was shocked that bail was brought up. I assume that will be dealt with later on down the line, perhaps preliminary hearing, perhaps when the trial. He ain't getting no bail. It's not happening. Ain't no way that's happening. It's the most heinous, grisly, gruesome crime that a celebrity's ever committed in Hollywood, LA history. I can't think of anything worse than this. It's the crime against a child, you know, dismemberment, murder, the R word, grooming. Like, you're a danger to the community, brother.
Yeah.
You know, until we find out what's going on, you ain't getting no bail. And to be honest, I wonder whether they'll let him get out of them shackles. I think maybe they might take a little bit of sympathy on him because realistically, he ain't hurting nobody. Like, he ain't hurting no kids in that courtroom. He ain't hurting nobody. Like, there's enough people in there that would be ready to simmer the situation down if it came to it. But like, so I wonder if they'll let him out of them shackles. But no, I think bail would just be ridiculous in this situation at this point. I think it would just be absolutely wild. So yeah, that's kind of the latest update. I'm out here solo today. I haven't heard from any of the other reporters on the case. I didn't see Mark the Shark in the court today. He's been here quite a lot, but I didn't see him this time. Didn't see SF Investigates. It's been interesting. People have been saying SF has been missing, man. I've been wondering where SF is. He never replied to my DM. I was hoping to see him in the courtroom. The one time I see him there, you know, I didn't get to have a conversation with him. People saying he gone missing on this case. I'd like to know, man. No disrespect to SF. I think he's done great work on this case, but why is he suddenly not talking? Why is he suddenly not involved? Why ain't he at the courthouse? This is a big date. But we might see him at one of the real dates. Maybe people, you know, they're too busy. They got bigger stuff going on than these status updates, these status hearings and such. But, you know, I'm here. I got nothing better to do. So that's all the information I got. I haven't got any interviews today because I'm just here solo. I'm not going to lie. Got up a bit late today. I nearly missed it. So appreciate everybody that's been watching, has been supporting the coverage of the case. I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to try and attend as many dates as possible. I do have a little bit of, I need to get out of town for some stuff that I'll tell you about a little.
Well, I hope the nigga gets life and keep the damn shackles on every time he goes to court. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat.
You want to support me? Go to.
All right, y'all. We finna get into some FBG Cash. If y'all know who FBG Cash is, he was with Duck. Bro. Let's go ahead and dive deep into the story, man.
Nene Marie 37 on IG and purchase a signed copy of my book. That's how you can support me. Make sure you smash that like. And follow me on TikTok at Trenches News 383. Talking about FBG Cash. We talking about his killing. And we talking about the DJ that been questioned 5 times about dropping a location of Cash to OTF affiliates, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button so this video get around. If you got Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, Facebook, Market, AJ, he hooked it up. Smash that hype button and that like button. All right, y'all, we talking about FBG Cash. Now, we see a lot of people even...
And by the way, if y'all still tuning in, man, subscribe, man, and hit that like too, by the way, bro.
Guy still bragging about his murder. And then I showed y'all that Cash was one of the murders that they saying that OTF did. And they set it up. The silver suit, they set it up and put it in RICO form. You know, saying that OTF, Lamron, 600, all them was employed by Banks. And he was doing his things. And now Banks got a RICO. But it's a famous DJ. A famous DJ from Chicago that Cash was getting into it about a female, and it was one attempt on Cash life. The DJ, he cool with OTF. He a big known DJ. It don't say what DJ it is. It just say a Chicago famous known DJ, you know. And Cash got
DJ Chip, bro.
Got into it with him about a female. He cool with, you know, the rappers because they pay him to play their music. You know, they probably don't pay him, but the manager or the record label, they pay these guys. And I know these guys for a fact getting paid by the rappers. So it could have been a favor for a favor, but he got talked to 5 times. CPD, they ain't nothing. They talked to this man 3 times. 3 times CPD talked to him. And then the feds talked to him twice. You know, the feds talked to him twice. The first time, he lawyered up so they couldn't talk to him. And then the second time, he, you know, talked to the feds. But OTF is being accused of the murder, and all the murders that was in the Stephon Mack silver suit, all the murders, the attempted murders, even of the guy Weatherspoon, that Vine Bezul, is they being charged right now. Dirk being charged in the bank enterprise right now. All this is in the Stephon Mack silver suit. So a DJ now, he could possibly be going down with these guys, because they saying that they know for sure basically that a DJ was involved in Cash murder. And they saying that OTF affiliates, they did it. Now we got Dirk and them saying they did it, which I don't think that was cool. And everybody be mad at people for reporting about Lil Durk and them, but they did a lot of snitching on themselves. Every song, he snitched. You know, nobody was supposed to know that you got back on they for D-Thing. Nobody was supposed to know that. Nobody was supposed to know nobody was outside hotels with Dracos. Nobody was supposed to know that, you know. But they told the world about their crimes, you know. And then I see the guy from O Block, he steady bragging about Cash and about a tree and all that. But everybody gonna be playing like they innocent when the feds come and start grabbing people. Oh man, I was just playing. It was just what they say the lyrics is. They saying that the lyrics is just props. The lyrics ain't real. They made up. They fake.
Yeah, I'm just acting on, bro. Shit, I wasn't doing none of that, bro. Shit, what the fuck are you talking about? I wasn't doing that. Nah.
You know, but you giving them real time stamps of crime that really happened. So this DJ, he got something to do with Cash murder, at least according to these papers. He got something to do with Cash murder. Now the girl, she got shot. Do I think that the girl would sit in the car knowing that she about to get killed? I don't think so. And she got shot. Now some people saying that Cash shot her, but according to the silver suit with Cash name in it as being murdered, it don't say that Cash shot old girl. She got shot by the gunman. It was 2 gunmen. She got shot by, and then they chased Cash.
Right. I'm saying, like, how the fuck Cash shot her? He got shot on the tree and shit. They talking about he got end up on a tree. Real shit.
It was reported on the news that Cash had shot back. and
not
he
at her?
possibly could have hit her. But I can't confirm that. I can confirm that the car was found on the other side of Booney Mo neighborhood, a 79th. That's a fact. You know what I'm talking about, with shell cases and everything in there. So y'all make sure y'all be looking out for the FBG Cash murder now, because they got everything in there. They had Duck, they had Quando Ron Lil Pab, they got his murder. They had the Weatherspoon guy. They had somebody else murder, and they had Stephon Mack murder and Cash in the paperwork. When y'all finally get the paperwork, y'all gonna say swipe one line, man. And the silver suit is built up just like the Banks Enterprise RICO. And I had this for 1.5 years, this paperwork, you know, with Cash name in it. But that's the update that I got on FBG Cash, man. I got the news clips. We got the trolling from Durk them. And we got a lot of people that's in jail that's on Durk them side that's pointing the fingers to Durk them. Like all those guys who got numbers that's missing, those are Durk friends. These are not ordinary people that's just outside. Oh, what's the name said he seen Durk shoot somebody. What's the name said Durk paid for it. No, man, these are the killers that's telling on Lil Durk.
And that's the sad part. That's real fucked up. The killers telling on you. Like, you can't get out of that shit. That's what I'm saying. I don't see Durk getting out of this shit, because you got killers, the niggas that he paid to do this shit. So it's over with, man.
And I'm pretty sure when Lil Ted said that he knew about a body, I know he was talking about Cash, man, because that's why him and Jam end up colliding. Him and Jam collided with each other. And if you listen to Jam's song, he's saying it in his War With Us. He's saying that, like, how they caught him. You know what I'm talking about? And it's just all, you know, them telling on themselves. Everything they tell us, you know, they done did. They ain't gonna tell us if they didn't do it. But I'm finna play these videos and I'm gonna get back to y'all. Come on.
Illinois exposed cams.
Crying this shit, nigga. Fuck you crying for?
Hey, stop it. Stop it.
Hey, I'm like, nigga, hey, shut that shit up, nigga. Hey, shut that shit up, motherfucker. Shit.
Illinois exposed cams.
Get back to the story.
Was killed in a drive-by shooting early this morning in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood. 31-year-old Tristan Hamilton was shot multiple times. According to the Sun-Times, he raps under the name FBG Cash. A 29-year-old woman with him was also shot, taken to the hospital in serious condition. It is believed Hamilton fired back at the shooter. Police don't have anyone in custody, at least not yet. 2 years ago, another rapper close to Hamilton, known as FBG Duck, was also shot and killed.
What corner?
The very first car that's in the corner.
Right here?
Yeah, that little reddish car. If it ain't his car, then
I can't see. Wait a minute.
I'll tell you that it is.
Okay, she said that's okay. It's not him then.
No, but I'm done on this side. Who's this? That's our song. Oh, sorry. That's our song. I just got off the phone with him. He was with a girl. There's a girl right there. like, yeah, it's a girl right there.
It's a girl in there too?
She behind the black truck right there. She on the curb.
She got like, that's why I say,
That's her son.
how long they gonna let her sit out there though? She got like 2 bullet wounds.
Damn.
They got a
She alive? She got a whole. She alive.
They got a tourniquet.
She alive.
But that's that lady's son. She ran up the street.
That's who's son? That's Sharon. The one that was son.
The lady that I was standing on the corner.
Yeah, she just ran down there.
off.
She went back to the car and got that. That shit woke me up.
Sure did. Yes.
That shit woke me up.
It did too. I'm telling you. Look, I rolled out. I said, "What the fuck was that?"
It was like 3 different guns.
I don't usually even come to no window and shit, but it was so close. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck going on?
I thought it was in the back.
She's trying to pull up. That's gonna pull up. What car was they in?
It's a truck right here.
In the middle of the street,
So
yup.
I'm telling you, they pulled up on him. They was in front of him.
They blocked
stopped.
him in.
They blocked him in.
Oh no, they stopped right there, but they couldn't go nowhere.
They dragged that car because he got out of the truck.
Yeah, he sure did.
He
That's
did.
That's what they said.
That's why he over there by that tree.
Yeah, he tried to get behind that tree. Shit. I'm asking dude, I'm like, so what is they gonna do? What y'all doing? Why the thing over here? He talking about this thing count how many gunshots and this, that, and other, and where they coming from. I said the police was literally sitting in fucking CVS lot. I'm watching this off my back porch. They sitting in the lot. They did not move till after that shit was over, after the car done sped off and turned the corner, and then the police moved out, didn't it?
You gonna end up by that tree.
Bro.
You ain't have your gun for them, you better have your gun for me. Better have your gun for Booney. Better have your gun for C. You don't believe me, you gonna see. You gonna end up by that tree.
Know that we did it.
Man, I got my gun for Boone, they call him Chief. Man, we should have killed him soon, cause he a thief.
Man, hold on, this nigga, you know that we did it. Like, damn, yeah, y'all cook, y'all ass fried.
Your gun for them, you better have your gun for me. Better have your gun for Booney. Better have your gun for C. You don't believe me, you gonna see. You gonna end up by that tree.
Know that we did it.
Man, I got my gun for Boone, they call him Chief. Man, we should have killed him soon, cause he a thief.
Yeah, so what I think
Yeah, hey, that video right there. I ain't gonna lie, that video right there, them damning evidence right there.
happened with Cash, I think whoever involved, the feds coming, man. They coming.
It's over with.
Just like Bezu, I'm telling y'all, man, I was told that they identified his killers already, and they just waiting to have a press conference, man. They know who his killers is. They just got to round them up, and they going to jail. Just like Cash killers, man. The DJ got a little tender, it sound like. He figured like, I ain't like that, you know, and he made the call. He made the call or got up with the OTF people and told them, and shit, they agreed to it. He probably offered them lucrative opportunities, like the Fed saying that Lil Durk offered everybody lucrative opportunities. I'm like, damn, goddamn it, I ain't seen half of these people rap. But, you know, if they saying that he did it, man, they ain't coming out of nowhere and just saying it. Just like with the lawyer. The lawyer wouldn't have been bold and just put the 2019 attempt murder with King Von them in there and put that Durk them responsible. You can't just do that. That's a lawsuit. You can't just put FBG Cash. Long story short, you just can't put bodies on them in paperwork like this in paperwork. All this is paperwork. And, you know, I just think that Cash case is going to be solved. Just like them, Money Duke them, all them gonna be solved. It's just, they just take their time. They do what they want to do. Y'all see people out there dying right now. People getting shot with 100 shots and everything in the loop. You telling me y'all can't find them? They gonna get them. They gonna get them a year later, just like they came for Lil Jeff and them a year later. But CPD talked to this guy 3 times. Talked to this DJ guy. And then the feds came, he lawyered up, and then he finally talked to them. But they saying that they was asking him, you know, for the last time, it looked like, did you have something to do? Or are you affiliated with these guys? And he said, no, he just do music. He a DJ. and he know of them, but he ain't affiliated with them. You know, you got one time, just like the homicide detectives. You got one time when they ask you a question before you forget about what they asked you, and then they come back and ask you something else with that. And then you start fumbling the words and stuff. You're going to jail. But they found the car across 79th, the car that killed Cash, and the police is involved in some type of way, man. The police is dirty in Chicago. They watched the killers ride right past them, flew off right past them. They watched the killers bail up, hop out, shoot. They watched them chase Cash down, and then they watched them hop back in their car and pulled off.
They definitely be doing that shit though, bro.
They never called in and said, hey, we got somebody shots fired or shots being fired. We waiting the backup get here. They never did none of that, bro. They went to the scene as if they just pulled up. They need to be investigated too. Cash family need to be, standing 10 toes on CPD about that, because we know for a fact, and in the paperwork, it say that CPD was sitting there and they act like they ain't want to render aid to Cash. Like they ain't want to render aid to him or none of that. And we got the lady in this video that I'm playing y'all right now. The lady, she saying that, she confirmed it. She said she looked off her back porch because she heard shots. And when she went to the back porch, she seen CPD sitting in CVS, chilling, facing a way, watching the killers do all this, man.
Shit, goddamn, they probably eating donuts. They like, oh shit, fuck all that. I'm eating my goddamn donut. Fuck, I look like going to the car. I'm eating, goddamn. I just bought these motherfuckers. Yeah, all right.
And y'all might not believe, man, but the police, they don't get paid nothing. So if a person got more than what the police paying, what the government paying the police, oh, you ain't all good, man. And it's a lot of dirty cops, man, that's willing. But the DJ, he been questioned 5 times about Cash, man. 5 times, literally. And they asked him about his affiliation with OTF and his affiliation with having something to do with Cash murder, man. So I'm going to keep y'all updated on this. Smash that like button. I'm out. Make sure you go and get life insurance, man, if you got kids.
Nah, but them cops, though, motherfuckers are crooks. They crooked as hell. Bro. Alright, y'all. We finna get into this popular influencer that died a couple of days ago. Let's dive deep into the story, see what's happening.
When they went to a gas station, 2 girls that got nothing to do with Bree.
Oh, shit.
Bree just died for no reason. 2 girls.
Wait a minute. Wait, did I? I'm tweaking. I did that already. I'm tweaking, y'all. My bad. I already did that one. Yep, I already did that. I'm tweaking.
You don't need me to
Alright, y'all. We finna get into, you know what I'm saying, the video how the drill first started in Chicago, man. Let's see how this shit happened, man.
tell you that kids are followers. We all took part in it. When I was coming up in Chicago, we had a slim selection of shoes that were acceptable to wear in public. Now, I'm from the South Side, so bear with me. Nike, Jordan, and Timberlands were the standard. Stupid, right? Especially since most of us used to get the same fake Jordans out the back of that one guy's van in the alley. And I'll never forget them fake Air Force Ones. Them boys don't bend, break, or scuff. They just stay in mint condition. Anyway.
Hey, hold on. Them fake ones, man, I ain't gonna lie. I bought a pair before. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, look. Man, let me tell you one thing. Like, I was like in 4th grade when I bought these motherfuckers. It was at the flea market, bro. They was like $80. I think they was about $80, $90. They was fresh as hell. Shit, I got them motherfuckers. It was raining too that day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to school, you know what I'm saying, raining. You know what I'm saying? On the bus too, on top of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, my fucking shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like at the bottom of that motherfucker, it was like this my house shoe though, but the bottom of this motherfucker, it was like it was starting to hang out. It was like sticking out. I'm like, man, what the fuck? So I'm like, fuck, I'm a kid. I'm like, fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably, I don't know. I still went to school. You know what I'm saying? We had gym that day and everything. Bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing dodgeball. All type of shit. I'm talking about my whole fucking shoe. The bottom of my shoe just came right the fuck off in gym class. I'm like, oh shit. Bro, I had to run in the bathroom, bro. Luckily, nobody ain't see that shit. I had to run in the bathroom like both of my shoes at the bottom came out, man. Oh, God, bro.
Being an original YN back in the 2010s, I saw the drill happen in first person when it began. Now, of course, there was always gangsta rap all over the country, but when the term Chirac Drill Noise was first uttered out of King Louie's mouth, I was about 14 maybe. And it sparked a horrible trend of events, from at least 50% of all the parties I went to getting shot up in high school, to me accidentally being caught in the middle of multiple gang brawls with 20 people on each side, all because I was riding my stupid ass on the bus trying to get home from school. But let's start at the beginning. Today our story starts on good old 79th Street. Now I ended up transferring high schools after freshman year, but my freshman year, my mama ain't give me no choice. Some of my homies went to Simeon, which was the high school mostly known for sports, and Derrick Rose, and it was honestly the high school most kids out south wanted to go to. One of my homies went to Hirsch, which, if this school is still open today, I have no idea why. This had to be one of the most dangerous schools in the city at the time. And a quick story on that, I had a homie that was very GD. Why? I don't know. He was a
Wait a minute, Hirsch. Shit, Bowen was bad as hell too. God damn it, shit.
Follower at the time, and honestly, we all were. The point is, Hirsch was full of black disciples, and unfortunately for him, we started high school right when the BDK movement started, so BDs wasn't tolerating no G-boys at all whatsoever. And see, this was still all new at the time, because just 5 to 10 years before this, Nation still kind of meant something in Chicago. The GDs and BDs were all just the folks' nation. They was all dropping fives together for the Stones or the Moles, whatever you want to call them, and pretty much they would all fight together. But Drill destroyed that. So when his mama forced him to attend Hirsch, everything was cool at first, for like the first week of school. Then some of the guys invited him to the hood after school to smoke with him, and this way it gets petty. These boys spent their own money, got him nice and high, and when he was comfortable, he must have accidentally shook up GD with one of them, or more likely this was just a setup all along, but they ended up beating him out his shoes. Now why did they do this? They didn't know him for real, and no real war had started between their hood and his, but it was starting to become a trend.
Shit, why the fuck you over there if you ain't know them niggas for real? Shit, that's a setup. You set your own stuff up, goddamn it. Like, what the fuck?
To be BD, and to disrespect any G-boys they came in contact with. These would be some of the same guys that would end up flipping an entire neighborhood, but it probably wasn't that hard. You see, when Chief Keef came out, it didn't matter what hood you was from. We was teenagers and so was he. But the difference is he started rapping and blew up. And even before the deal, all of a sudden all the guys wanted to hang around and clout chase off him, and all the girls wanted to say they knew him. Just some random snotty-nosed kid from Parkway Gardens suddenly had all the clout in the city. And I guess you could say that's what kind of made him relatable.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, back in 2020, everybody wanna be, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, bro. Hey, he definitely hit a, you know what I'm saying, like, that era, that energy, though, was tough. It was definitely tough.
He was in our generation, and he was the one that showed everybody how to get famous. Whether this was the wrong way or not didn't really matter to a bunch of teenagers. He was getting in the club at 16 and coming back to the hood with money. And clout is a dangerous drug, mostly taken by kids. And if you ever heard anybody call somebody a Chief Keef BD, this is why. Anybody who wasn't gang banging, and even some that was halfway in the streets, threw up them trays quickly to jump on.
Hey, my fault for stopping the video and shit, but man, it's crazy because most of the motherfuckers gone. Bro, RIP though. RIP, goddamn.
On that wave. As dumb as it sounds, some guys really thought that the girls would assume they knew Chief Keef if they said they was BD. And you have to understand, a large majority of the South Side was gangster disciples, meaning that a lot of guys and girls grew up hearing the older people in their family talk about being a GD back in the day, and only a few select hoods were actually black disciples. Even Parkway, which would become O-Block, was not a BD territory back in the day. And today it's back to being a mix because, again, Nation is dead. It's way more about which dead homie the killers were cool with. That's your nation now. But when Sosa did all this, the BDs got a little clout boost in the city. Blocks I used to walk down every day with no problem, all of a sudden became little mini war zones. And back to my freshman year, my mom is from the low end.
Hold on. Why the fuck they got his ass like that? Like, what the fuck is going on, man? Is this shit cropped? Like, what the fuck? They filter that shit?
All of a sudden became little mini wars back then, and she told me, you don't need to be going to school with all your friends. I'm sending you to military school. Now this sounds good to a parent, but my freshman year she sent me to Chicago Military Academy on 35th. Unfortunately, this was not what she thought it was. Not only was it smack dab in the middle of like 5 different high schools, including Dunbar where L.A. Capone went, and also the school we had to fight pretty much every day, but a military school means they accept kids who were banned from going to any other school in the city. So she thought this was like some prestigious school when it was really full of kids that got expelled from all Chicago public schools by 8th grade. For instance, the first group of guys I met was a kid from 95th that masked up and robbed his whole classroom in middle school with a paintball gun. Another guy was one of the BDs from Drill City, around where Lil Jeff would eventually come from. Some Pocket Town gangsters. And then my homie from the east side that had already been shot on a bus before he even made it to high school. Needless to say, this school was overbusting. It was also my first experience with the Hispanic gangs in Chicago. Now, the Hispanic gangs in the city get a bad rep for being racist, and yes, back in my day at least, if they saw any black guys in their part of the city, they would yell GDK no matter if you—
Hey, he ain't never lied. Hey, I swear to God, bro. Back then, like early 2000s on bro. Like, I'm like, yeah, them motherfuckers crazy. You know?
a gang member or not, since they assumed all black people was GDs. And we would probably get whooped on playing in their neighborhood for sure as an African American. But once we were all at school together, everything was cool. I'll never forget my homie Carlos teaching me the difference between Mexican and Puerto Rican Spanish. And that's where I also learned that the Latina gang members were way more likely to kill you than any other guys. I remember my homie kind of had a thing with one of the Latin queens that came into freshman year with a teardrop tatted on her face. Now this was back in the day, so I can't say this teardrop was capped or she just got it to look cool. I think she really took somebody off this earth. And it's also when I got my first experience with the boys shut in the city bus.
Hey, hold on though. Like, it's crazy though. Like, cause going to school in Chicago, that's how it is though. Like, you see females, they be looking good and shit. You know what I'm saying? You be talking to them. I'm talking to this female in class. She pretty. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to shoot my shot. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. She say, I forgot what she said she from. I got shot in the back. What? You got shot in the back? She told I got shot in the back. I'm like, damn, how you get shot in the back? You know what I'm saying? She like, I was on the, on the block, you know what I'm saying, with a couple of my guys and shit. You know what I'm saying? The car rolled up, you know what I'm saying? They started shooting, I ran, they got shot in the back. I'm like, damn, like, she pretty though. You know what I'm saying? I hope she's still alive though. You know, I hope she's still alive. Oh, God.
Off so that they would have more time to fight, and also making the bus drivers run. And this led to my first experience of the 600 versus Taekwondo world era, and I didn't even know it at first. Now you might have heard Von rap about how he had to go up to Dunbar and shoot at people, and this is why. Yes, it was actually so bad back then that he was able to get away with doing this near a school without it making national headlines. It probably barely made the Chicago news. And it might have been cameras, but they were so low quality back then. But I still wish I could have got a good look at everybody on that bus. How many faces from the drill scene was I actually sitting with? I'll never know, because I looked out the window, and by the time I turned around, I got punched so hard, I ended up facing the window again. My vision was all blurry, so I kind of just blindly swung my way off the bus. And at first, I thought I was the one getting jumped on. But when I got off the bus, a short brawl ensued, and after a few minutes, one side scattered back towards Taekwondo World, and the other side scattered back towards O Block and 600. It was then that I realized this fight wasn't even about me, and I'm like 6'4", so I probably just caught a straight fist because I was so visible. And this brings us to 49th Street and my experience with 051 Young Money. So high school homecomings worked a little different in Chicago in the 2010s. It was not a school event. In fact, it was completely put together by kids, and it was so full of gang members that the DJ was shouting out every hood in the party. This was not a formal affair at all. Just imagine a nightclub in the middle of the hood, but it's just high school kids. It's a permanently closed high school on 49th that was the main hub for these type of parties. Every high school had a homecoming.
Hey, hold on, that's how cause I went to like a couple of different schools. I ain't gonna lie to you. I went to like three different high schools, bro. I went to Calumet. that homecoming was definitely like that, bro.
But there's a couple that everybody wanted to go to, and this was one that everybody came to. So much so that if you weren't in line by 7 o'clock, you wasn't getting in. It would fill the capacity that quick since the whole South Side was in there. And of course, the South Side is the largest part of the city. At my first one, around the time Chief Keef dropped Bang, the war between 051 and 600 was in full effect. And I'll never forget the two little guys walking around the party looking every single person in their eyes, cracking the trays in their face, saying BDK, just hoping that one of y'all was a BD.
Hey, I swear to God, niggas used to do that shit in school all day long. Like, BDK. I'm like, all right, BDK, man. It's just okay. Telling me that for the fuck? What I'm gonna do? What the fuck you want me to do? What the fuck?
Wanted to get wild. And obviously this didn't take long to get out of hand, and my memory is kind of blurry, but it only lasted like 2 years because the last homecoming they had, which was my sophomore year, Young Money was posted outside the gates after the party looking for any ops that dared come to a party this close in their neighborhood. And there was a McDonald's right down the street. Now after everything ended, the closer the crowd got to that McDonald's, the wilder it got. Me and my homie and my cousin was sitting out there looking stupid, just waiting on our ride. And we knew we had a limited amount of time before it got deadly. Now I'm not from 49th or anywhere over there, so we was doing something called lacking. The police was checking people before you came in, so the only guys with guns were the ones who had their own ride and left them in the car, or the guys who lived close enough to have a stash spot nearby. And by the time this scene, the golden arches at McDonald's just go out. They flooded the restaurant and sent it up from the parking lot to the cash register. And believe me, when I looked up and saw them arches...
Hey, hold on. It's like always McDonald's. Like, it's always the McDonald's. Real shit. Do your homework on the McDonald's in Chicago. Real shit. Do your fucking homework on the McDonald's in Chicago. Motherfuckers get splat there.
Go out. I cannot tell you how happy I was that our ride pulled up seconds later. There was no Uber back in 2012 or Lyft. If you ain't have a ride, you was just walking. I mean, we could have took the bus or the train, but I had just spent $10 to get into the party, and that's all I had. Really, in the span of 1 year, we went from teach me how to Dougie to E-Day is you serious. And I guess I said all that just to say this. It was definitely a one-of-a-kind thing to grow up in this era and see it firsthand. But in retrospect, knowing everything that it caused, all the lives lost, and honestly the way the rest of the world looks at us, it's definitely bittersweet. Us in the urban black community have never gotten the best looks from people in other communities. And the drill movement certainly...
I ain't gonna lie, like, this shit happened so fast, though. Like, I remembered all that teach me how to Dougie and shit. It's like, when, you know what I'm saying, when you in that time, it's like, you ain't even thinking. It's like, shit just going. It's like, now you look back like, damn, this shit just changed. Bro. That's how that shit be, though.
Rolling.
Alright, man, we finna get into some Flacco, man. Let's dive deep into the story, what he talking about.
Martin has a lot of black people pissed off this week. He's receiving a lot of backlash from Tariq Nasheed and others who identify with Tariq Nasheed based on his comments about FBAs on multiple episodes of his shows this week.
In this Lennard memo, they literally were demanding that the French military institute Jim Crow because they felt black soldiers were going to be too uppity because the French were respecting them as human beings. So why do I say all of this? And by the way, you need to go watch the Harlem Hellfighters. By the way, you should go watch the W.B. Du Bois documentary that's on PBS to get an understanding of his thinking when it came to Pan-Africanism. I'm saying all of this because we should stop this nonsense of listening to these idiots who yell, you a tether, you a tether. Oh, I know them fools. Because I once stated, and I have no problem saying it, that my maternal, paternal ancestors migrated from Haiti. These same dumbasses, these FBA people, oh, you a tether, you a tether. No, I was born in Houston. In fact, Riverside Hospital is celebrating the black folks that were born in that hospital on Friday, on Juneteenth. That is happening. My mom and daddy were born in Houston. My grandparents were born in Louisiana. And I'm like, do y'all ignore my maternal line, my paternal maternal and paternal line. So if I got four grandparents and one line migrated from Haiti, the other three don't count. See, that's the stupidity we're getting into. We got black folks who sitting there going, yeah, I'm FBA, you ain't real.
What I think is unfair is Tariq Nasheed created the term FBA, and that was inspired by Dr. Claude Anderson. But there are black Americans who believe in delineation, who believe their ancestry and their heritage don't begin in Africa. But those black Americans do not classify themselves with the term Tariq Nasheed created. They don't associate themselves with Tariq Nasheed. But Tariq Nasheed would have you believe that if you criticize him and people who support him, then you are going against all black Americans. That if you criticize him and his xenophobia, then you're attacking all black Americans, when not all black Americans identify with the term Tariq Nasheed created. They know what their heritage and their ancestry is. They believe in delineation, but they do not agree with Tariq Nasheed and xenophobia, and they do not classify themselves with the term he created. Right? Black Americans had their heritage, had their ancestry. There were black Americans delineating far before Tariq Nasheed. So I think it's very unfair that when somebody criticized Tariq Nasheed and his supporters who classify themselves as FBA, they take that as, oh, you're criticizing all black Americans. When no, you're criticizing Tariq Nasheed and his supporters. Tariq Nasheed has done a brilliant job at weaponizing the term he created against anybody he doesn't like. Roland Martin was born here. Roland Martin parents were born here. Roland Martin grandparents were born here. 3/4 of Roland Martin great-grandparents were born here. But Tariq Nasheed will still call Roland Martin a tether. And you know why? Because he don't like Roland Martin. Tariq Nasheed is denying Roland Martin's claim to his lineage because he don't like him, right? So if Roland Martin is a tether, when he was born here, his parents were born here, his grandparents were born here, his 3/4 of his great-grandparents were born here, right? The overwhelming majority of his lineage dates back to civil rights and to slavery, but Roland Martin is a tether according to Tariq Nasheed because he doesn't like him. When black Americans have claimed their lineage, like black Americans have delineated far before Tariq Nasheed and that term he created. So criticizing Tariq Nasheed and his supporters will be seen as you criticizing all black Americans by them, because that's the trick that Tariq Nasheed pulled, right? Like they will say that I'm anti-black Americans and I'm a quote unquote tether when I criticize Tariq Nasheed and his supporters. Even though I've been on record saying I support the delineation of black Americans, I support the fight for reparations, I support it 100%, and I think reparations belongs to black Americans. Even though, again, I'm a strong advocate for...
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know about the reparation thing, though. Like, yeah, the reparations, yeah, I'm just gonna,
But yo, if other groups of black people, Haitians, Nigerians, Ghanaians, if they get to be proud of their culture and they get to identify uniquely with their culture, then why shouldn't black Americans? So I support delineation, I support reparations, and I support everything that the black Americans that I know are fighting for, right? I'm an ally. So, but I still get called anti-black Americans because I don't agree with Tariq Nasheed and his hateful rhetoric. But all of a sudden, I become anti-black American when I say I don't agree with Tariq Nasheed saying that babies born in Africa are born musty. I don't agree with Tariq Nasheed reiterating white supremacy talking points by claiming there's nothing positive about certain cultures in Africa, like Liberian culture and Somalian culture and Nigerian culture. Really, bro, there's nothing positive about a culture to an entire group of people? Really, bro? Really? Like, there's nothing positive at all? You're right? Like these people have never contributed nothing positive to the world, really? Right? So when he reiterates these talking points, when he calls groups of people racial slurs, right? When he spews xenophobic, hateful talking points like the ones I just reiterated, and it's like, damn, bro, I'm all of a sudden anti-black American because I don't support him and people who support him. Roland Martin is now a tether, even though his ancestry dates back here, because he don't support Tariq Nasheed and people who support Tariq Nasheed. You feel me? It's because Tariq Nasheed has done a pretty great job at conditioning people to think that if you go against Tariq Nasheed, you're going against an entire group of black Americans. Well, no, that's not the fact. Like, black Americans identify with their lineage, they identify with delineation, They identify with their heritage and they don't believe they're African Americans. They believe they're Black Americans. And
hey, that's one thing I always say. Like, I'm like, man, bro, I'm not African. What the fuck? Like, I ain't never like I'm born here. Like, I'm American. I'm Black and American. Like, I'm born in Chicago, goddamn it. Like, I ain't born no African, so I'm not African American. So I always felt like that. I'm like, I'm not African. I don't look like them. Like, we got kind of different features, you know what I'm saying?
they were born here before Tariq Nasheed and after Tariq Nasheed. And the overwhelming majority of Black Americans believe in their heritage and their lineage and don't agree with Tariq Nasheed. So attacking Tariq Nasheed and his xenophobia and people who think like Tariq Nasheed is not an attack on Black Americans or Black American culture. It's an attack on Tariq Nasheed and people who think like Tariq Nasheed. We'll continue this conversation on another episode of his show this week. Now, I don't agree with everything Roland Martin had to say this time around, because I don't agree that it's the duty of Black Americans to stick up for immigrants that are being deported after their TPS status, got terminated. I don't think it's their obligation. I don't think it's their duty. I think they're perfectly in their right to say, hey, bruh, y'all on y'all own, man. You feel me? That ain't our business. I think they have a right to say that, and I don't think they should be shamed for saying that.
Y'all might have saw that thing flash right there. That's quite interesting, because it's October of this year, 2025. 4,499 refugees have been allowed into the United States. 4,496 of those folks have been white South Africans. That is a fact. What we are seeing here, Matt, is pure, unadulterated racism. And what we have to deal with here, Michael and Nicole, is that when these ADOS FBA people, when they spout language, the anti-immigration language, even anti-Black immigration language, they sound just like Tom Emmer. They sound just like Stephen Miller. They sound just like Donald Trump. They literally, Michael, are speaking for white nationalists.
Absolutely, is white supremacy through ventriloquism.
If this was in reference to the people who are in support of ICE, who are in support of the deportation of these immigrants, who are in support of Stephen Miller, racist immigration policies, understood. But if this was referencing just anybody who says, hey, bruh, it's not my business. Quite frankly, I don't care what happens to him. I got my own thing going on over here, right? I'm Black American. I'm not Haitian. I don't care about Haitian or other immigrants. If that's referencing to them, then I think you're wrong, because they have a right to support what they want to support, and they have a right to ignore what they want to ignore. And if they say, hey, man, we got our stuff going on over here, that ain't our business, leave us alone, then they have every right to do that. And, and it's not right to, to shame them into, trying to support this, or shame them into trying to march with these folks or support these folks, right? It's not their business. If they don't want to support, they don't have to support. However, standing by while somebody get jumped is a lot different than joining in on the jumping. So if you stand by and say, hey, man, it's not my business. I don't know you from a can of paint, bruh. I'm not hopping in when them folks jump you, bruh. Handle your own candle. Handle on your own. Leave me alone. That's one thing. They can't really blame you, right? If they made their own issues and they're getting jumped, they can't blame a total stranger for not stepping in to defend them.
Hell no.
However, if that total stranger hops in and begins to attack them too, aka they begin to speak out in support of the deportation, they begin to speak out in support of Stephen Miller's racist immigration policies, they begin to join in with the white supremacists to go against the immigrants, now, like, you're foul. Like, that's one thing, and you're foul for that. But if it's not your business and you don't care, then nobody can shame you for that, right? You have your right to ignore what you want to ignore. But ignoring and then hopping in and supporting it is one thing, right? And I think he's referring to a specific group of people, a very specific niche of people on social media, on Twitter, who identify with Tariq Nasheed Right? Again, a very small group, not all Black Americans, a very small group of people who identify with Tariq Nasheed, they're saying deport them all. They're saying F them immigrants. They're jumping in with the white supremacists to attack these immigrants. And that's where I think the problem lies. Because you could sit by and say, hey, man, that ain't our business. Leave us alone, bro. Y'all handle your own. Right? Y'all come here and y'all undermine us and y'all are disrespectful to us and y'all say things like, oh, we work harder. Y'all don't work hard at all. And you guys join in with the white supremacists, some of y'all, to undermine Black Americans. So hence, we don't feel like we now got to defend you from the very same white supremacists that you link up with when you get here. Handle your own. They're 100% justified. But saying, hey, I'm finna jump in with the white supremacists and help them attack you,
it's crazy,
and help them go at you and help them victimize you, that's different, bro. And that's foul.
It's crazy.
But so far, I think the overwhelming of Black Americans who are, you know, like watching this issue, don't really care about this issue. And they don't, you feel me? And they've been minding their own business, and shaming them for minding their own business is wrong.
That's what it is. And it reminds me of a, 3 quick points here. It reminds me of a political meme I saw in the past couple of weeks from urban intellectuals on Facebook. And it said the cockroach, out of hatred for the ant, voted for insecticide, and the fly, out of apathy, didn't vote at all. And they all died because of the consequences of an election. Okay. And this is how you get a white nationalist, white supremacist like Stephen Miller, who's deputy chief advisor to Donald Trump. This is the same Stephen Miller who headed up American First Legal, who rounded up white farmers to sue the U.S. government to block the $5 billion from the American Rescue Plan that was going to go to Black farmers and farmers of color that John Boyd talked about here on this show a number of times, that dealt with discrimination against farmers of color. That was that white supremacist, white nationalist right there that rounded them up to block that. And then right now, I've said this before on the show, Roland, right now on the State Department's website, there is a level 4 travel advisory warning Americans do not travel to Haiti because of crime, violence, because of poor health care, things of this nature. And you're going to send 350,000 back there. So, and lastly, for all the Black people who out here talking about reparations, this same goddamn government is suing Evanston, Illinois to block $25,000 of reparations to Black people. So where the hell are you going to get reparations from?
To be fair, I don't think he was talking about Tariq Nasheed right here. I think he was talking about ADOS and the downvoting recommendation, because if you're downvoting a Democratic candidate, you might as well just vote for a conservative, because you downvoting a Democratic candidate is just leaving room for a conservative to just win. Right? Like, downvoting Democrat is voting conservative. So if you're voting conservative and just granting a pathway to have conservatives just walk into office because you're telling like all Black folks who support you to downvote Democrats, then he's like saying, hold on, bro. Okay, so if the white supremacists get into office, if the conservatives get into office, you think they'll be more receptive to reparations talk? Obviously not. But that's a problem for ADOS. I don't think Tariq Nasheed supports downvoting. I'm not going to put that on him because I don't know. I think he was talking about ADOS, but I do believe that Black Americans should still push for reparations regardless of who's in office, because they deserve it, right? It was promised to them, and that's their right.
Reparations.
But let me know in the comments.
Man, look, I don't know. We're going to get reparations, though. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother argument in a can of worms, man. I don't want to open. God damn it. All right, y'all, man. Hope y'all, know what I'm saying, like and subscribe, man. Bro, it comes a long way. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, I'm also getting to this clothing brand, man. Opening up a clothing brand. Check my website out. Sign up. Bro. Put y'all into some clothes, man. www.gfmlifestyle.com, man. Check it out. Sign up. I'll be opening it soon. And let y'all know the updates when the clothes drop, man. I'm out.